time. I mean, 6 weeks. I did tell my daughters that if they found their way to a CIF final, I would make it back for one of those games. But outside of that, you're right, Chris. I'm in here for the long haul, man. I'm in here for the long haul.
Well, and this is baseball. I mean, you talk about this every year, and we don't really get it. We try to get it. I think we want to understand it, but it just dawned on me that, like, I won't see you in the studio till November, and that is when it became real to me that this is just that long of a season. Like, we're not even close to November, and you guys are going to be playing a game pretty much every day between now and then, with a few sprinkled days off. That's it. So
it's a
crazy deal, man.
It's a mental exercise that you gotta wrap your mind around it to, like, you gotta love what you do to want to do it every day. I know it's a game and all that stuff, but
you're getting pretty good at this thing by now, Tony. What is this going to be for you? Play, with Jesse, about your 5th year? It's going quick.
21, I think. So
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
5, 6. Yeah. No, 5.
5 years. 5 years. Yeah. That's good. I mean, that's a good run for a major league broadcaster.
Started it off doing it from the TV only. That's how I started my career. That's
right. You guys couldn't even go to the games. That had to be. Don't even. Let's not ever go there again. Let's not ever go there again. I don't know. I can't say that I want to have a stoppage next year. I really don't. And I'm really, keeping my fingers crossed that we're going to have some baseball. I don't like what I'm seeing. I don't think anybody's liking what they're seeing. And, we'll talk about this more, but Tony Clark is resigning apparently. And, maybe that's a good thing in terms of, the relations with Major League Baseball. But I assume it's not a good thing because anytime you're bringing in something new, it's going to take a while for that to take hold. And I think it's just going to complicate everything. But, so I just hope, that we don't have to, like, really, really enjoy baseball this year and go without it for too long because, this is what we do. This is our lives. You're like me. You're like me in the sense that your life revolves around a season. And it has always revolved around a season. Even going back to high school, you had your basketball, you had your baseball. You went into college, you had a season. You traveled. It started in October, November. It ended in March or April. And then you went to the big leagues, and you've always had a season. I've always had that too, just been broadcasting. But I feel like my life has to have a season. I did the hockey, and, hockey used to go from about October to April, and now I got the basketball. It's maybe November to April, but I need a start. I need a season. I need a finish. I need to regroup and then start again. Yeah. And I think I'd be lost without that.
Does that just tell everyone what's going on inside Chris's head at all times?
That's kind of the way I work.
I don't know that that's just you. I think most people who are involved in this type of lifestyle, you do look at I look at everything as season and off season. That's how I pretty much look at it. Like, and sometimes that off season is shorter. Sometimes it's longer than you'd like. But I agree with that. I think in terms of the season. Now, in terms of the labor talk, we'll get into that a little bit later on because there's a lot to unpack there with the kind of news of Tony Clark resigning and so on and so forth. But Padres, though, on the other hand,
we've been busy. We ought to take a 3-day vacation more often. I mean, it's unbelievable how much they can do when we're not on the air.
I mean, I know for you, for one, you have maintained that, that it was not going to be a done deal until we got a couple weeks into spring training, all of spring training, really. And so it's not necessarily direct, but it's not necessarily directed at you. So, but it is amazing to me how in a matter of 2.5 weeks, how the signs can go from, man, this is not looking good, to, man, I feel really good about this ball club, and that seems to be kind of the the sentiment now that you have so many guys that you recognize. I mean, Nick Castellanos, it's a name a name that has been productive. You have Andujar who signed early, but then you start getting into the pitching now, and what seemed to be a long runway, and I still think he has a long runway. And with Randy Vasquez in the 4, all of a sudden there's some pretty stiff competition there with the Buehler signing. The most recently, you got Canning signing today. I mean, there are a number of names with like big leaguers that are going to get a chance to fight for a spot, and I just think that the busyness has kind of the pieces have fit exactly what the Padres have needed in so many different ways.
Well, I'm good, and I'm really happy that they've created all this competition. I'm unhappy because there's still about 60 or 70 free agents left out there. Why don't we just sign all of them? I mean, come on, let's bring them all in and take our best shot. I think what they're doing is probably the smartest thing you can do. I mean, you're going to connect on a couple of these. And frankly, that's all you need to connect on. Bringing Ty France back into the fold and, seeing if he can't find a little more magic here. I love it. And you didn't mention, but, AJ Preller was finally extended here. And I think, I never was too concerned about it, but I think people were starting to whisper what's going on here with that. So, things have changed dramatically in the Padres' favor. There's no question.
By the way, it wasn't just us that was thinking it was a little clearly, Manny in his comments, clearly he felt like it was getting a little late too. But
I like Manny said, if I knew I had that much power, I would have spoke up.
I was going to say,
he did say that.
Yeah. As soon as he said something, they got it done. But I think the guy to talk about right now is Castellanos, Tony. I want to get into the pitching a little later and really dive in and see who we think can make the staff. But I think Castellanos is the most intriguing. He's the most high-profile signing. This guy is a, all-star player for much of his career. He's slugged all over the ballpark. Pretty much everywhere he's gone. I mean, this guy started with the Cubs. He's had the Reds where he just was knocking the cover off the ball. Obviously, the last few years with the Phillies. I wrote the other day on Twitter that I'm a little concerned because something we talked about. His numbers have declined each of the last 3 years. And when you look at it, he's basically lost 100 points off his OPS from 2 years ago to last year. And I combine the fact that he's coming here to San Diego. And so those things concern me. Philadelphia to San Diego, tougher hitting park. I wrote that tweet and I got, I'm going to say, more than a handful of responses, more than usual.
I was curious about this.
And most, I'm going to just tell you, everybody said the same thing. Hey, we've got nothing to lose.
Yeah.
We got nothing to lose. We're not spending any money. This is a no-brainer. We got nothing to lose. I don't disagree with that from a money standpoint. But you are risking something. And I'll tell you what I mean. Last year, Jason Hayward took up 85 at-bats. Yuli Gurriel took 36. 2 years ago, we did okay, I think, with Peralta and Solano. But the year before that, Nelson Cruz took 143 at-bats. Carpenter took 188 at-bats. You are risking something if Nick Castellanos comes in and can't do the job. So there is always a risk. So don't tell me there's nothing risked here.
Where's the risk at?
The risk is that if Castellanos takes 250 at-bats and hits 190, then that's going to plug up our lineup. And
who are you giving those at bats to? If not Nick, I mean, like, let's remove Nick Castellanos from the equation. What is your plan B?
Well, I don't know. I don't have one.
At this point, I think Nick Castellanos is their plan A.
I don't. I'm just saying. I think what I'm saying is, like, regardless of who's getting someone has to have the at bats.
Yes, I know.
And unless you're bringing in someone better, which if they could and under the same circumstances do so, I'm sure they would. But I guess I just don't see what the risk is giving him at bats.
It's not okay.
Well, I get
risk is the wrong word. Maybe go ahead, Scrub.
I get what Chris is saying. I get what Chris is saying. He doesn't want to go down the road that the Padres have the last few years of getting someone who's older over the hill, waiting for that talent to come back out. It never happens. I think in this case, Nick Castellanos is closer to a good career than he was further away. Like Matt Carpenter, I didn't expect for him to do anything. Nelson Cruz, sorry, Tony, go ahead.
Is that any more of a risk than giving it a young guy that you're going to let there?
No, you're right, Tony. Somebody's got to come up to bat. What I'm saying is, look, last year, Gurriel and Jason Hayward's inability to do anything. Okay, 3 years ago, Cruz, Carpenter, Odor, some of these other guys, they've been in and around the thing. We brought a lot of these guys in. Some have worked, most haven't. We lost the division by 3 games last year. I don't know if we would have found somebody maybe more productive than Hayward and Gurriel. Maybe we wouldn't have lost it by 3 games. Maybe we would have. Maybe somebody would have come in and done worse. There's no way of knowing. But I agree with Scraby. I think here's what I'm saying here. And there has to be some concern that Castellanos comes in and is a shell of his former self, and it takes us 200 at bats to find that out. That's all I'm saying. I hope he comes in. I hope he rakes. I'm rooting for him. I'm not going to root against him. I'm just saying everybody's saying there's nothing here. This is like a no-brainer, and I'm not ready to go that far.
I do get what you're saying. I do. I think that you're in the right place, but when you combine it with $780,000, you can't take the money away in this aspect because he is pennies. What did Manny say? When you bring in a $20 million guy for pennies, like you can't beat that. And he might not be a $20 million guy right now, but I'd much rather give him a go than Trenton Brooks. And no offense to Trenton Brooks, but I'd rather have Castellanos on the bench or Will Wagner.
Well, Castellanos has to beat out Ty France. He has to beat out Miguel Andujar. I don't know that there's a spot for all of these guys guaranteed. I'm sure Castellanos probably has a leg up because of who he is. The good news, you got competition. And as you say, Tony, we all say iron sharpens iron. And I think that this is the kind of
he's sharpening iron on the video. You can't see him.
I'm just thinking this is a good situation for spring training, and it should make for a fun spring training, and it should, leave us with the best group going forward, and that's what, you hope to have. So there.
On the pitching side, well, you know what? We got to go to break. It's 2:14. We have already gone a little far, but we're off and rolling. A lot to continue to unpack. Almost about 5 extra guys have been added to this pitching race for those last 2 spots. We'll get into some of that. Talk a little Walker Buehler, a little Griffin Canning, a little Herman Marquez. We got a lot to break down. We'll get to that on the other side. More Gwynn Chris.
The wait is over.
All right, it's time for the Beaver Nuggets. So the story is somehow Buc-ee's got brought up. I think Frank brought it up.
Yes.
And it's a rest stop / mall / entertainment zone, super center. And someone said on the chat yesterday that they have like 100. They went to one with like 100 gas pumps, which is a lot, I guess. But while we were talking about this, Sam Levitt was in New York listening, and he goes, "Put me on, put me on, put me on." And so we put him on. And he's talking about how much he loves Buc-ee's. And so we got into the conversation, and it ended up being about the Beaver Nuggets. And so I had to order them because I find the name Beaver Nuggets very gross. I find it gross. But we're going to go with this. It's kind of like a Cheeto / a corn pop.
It's like a cheese doodle.
A cheese doodle. And we're going to eat them right now. I don't think these are bad, but here we go. I like it. It tastes like a corn pop.
I was going to say it tastes like a waffle, really.
It does kind of taste like a waffle. You know what? I'm in. These are good.
Yeah, I'm not.
You want another one?
No, I don't want another one. But yeah, I mean, it tastes like a waffle, like a waffle with syrup on it.
It's pretty good. I gotta say, I gotta say, I'm not hating these at all. Actually, they're very good. I like this. The waffle is a perfect explanation. If you've ever had, I'm sorry, I'm talking on the microphone with food in my mouth, but if you've ever had a what is it? A Lay's potato chip that's waffle flavor. It's kind of like that. Sad Fryer says, "Are they cheesy?" No, they're not cheesy at all. Actually, they're sweet.
No, it's like a hard waffle with syrup on it, with dried encrusted syrup on it.
Now I don't exactly know what the puff is. It could be just fake something.
Most likely. I mean,
it's like caramel a little bit too. All right, I gotta stop eating these because I will eat the whole bag. I love these things. I'm gonna leave them here though because I will eat this if I go home. It's just gonna be a bunch of Beaver Nuggets in my bed as I sleepwalk or something like that. All right, it's time for the Beaver Nuggets. So the story is somehow Buc-ee's got brought up. I think Frank brought it up.
Yes.
And it's a rest stop / mall / entertainment zone, super center. And someone said on the chat yesterday that they have like 100. They went to one with like 100 gas pumps, which is a lot, I guess. But while we were talking about this, Sam Levitt was in New York listening, and he goes, "Put me on, put me on, put me on." And so we put him on, and he's talking about how much he loves Buc-ee's. And so we got into the conversation, and it ended up being about the Beaver Nuggets. And so I had to order them because I find the name Beaver Nuggets very gross. I find it gross. But we're going to go with this. It's kind of like a Cheeto / a corn pop.
It's like a cheese doodle.
A cheese doodle. And we're going to eat them right now. I don't think these are bad, but here we go.
One of those Tuesday shows where we had 3 days and a lot happened. We're going to try to get to all of it here on Gwynn and Chris. 2:18 is the time. We have sent Tony away. He is down in Peoria now with the Padres and will be there for the rest of the foreseeable future, including this Friday at 12:10. We should let everybody know, in case you don't, the first preseason game. We can't call it an exhibition game. They don't like that. I don't like the word exhibition. Spring training, Cactus League. There you go. Friday, 12:10, Padres opening a course. Who else would they open with? Their arch rivals, the Mariners.
Wow.
I was stuffing my face. I would have helped you with the word you were looking for there.
Well, I saw it going on.
Well, you're telling me too late, Tony. I'll try to look at the video and make sure you're not eating the next time I need a word. Padres and Mariners, 12:10, Friday's game. We will carry live right here on 97.3 The Fan with our show to follow. So something we can all look forward to. Here's something else you can all look forward to. Coming up at some point on the program today, we are going to have a 4-pack of tickets to a Padres spring training game at Peoria Sports Complex. That's right. You're going to be qualified for a shot at the grand prize, which will be 4 tickets to see Padres Giants at Petco Park. Got to flip the page on April 1st. No April Fools, right? You get 4 tickets to see Padres Giants on April 1st. But if you don't win and you're headed to Peoria, here's how you get your spring training tickets, peoriabaseball.com. But we're going to have 4 tickets to give away to a spring training game here coming up on the program today. Also, remember to listen around 5:30. We'll have our biggest fan announcement. Okay.
Nice job, Chris.
They have 8 pitchers now. It's for 2 spots. We kind of thought it was 1 spot, but now I'm going to start lumping Vasquez back in there with the rest of these guys because, as you said, Tony, these are pretty good named pitchers. I didn't look them all up, but I'm pretty sure Marquez made an all-star team with Colorado, and that's saying something. Walker Buehler's was of all-star caliber. Griffin Canning and Tristan McKenzie are very interesting young guys. And, Marco Gonzalez. If he comes back from injury, and that goes along with who you already have, Waldron and Vasquez and J.P. Sears, and I don't know, you might be able to find another name or two. So I thought it'd be fun in the next segment. We have some time. We'll rank the 8 guys, in order that we think they will make the rotation, the likelihood of them being the 4 and 5 guys, and also talk about who we'd like to see make it out of that group. So I hope that'll be as fun for all you to listen as it is for me to do it. I like ranking stuff. Did you ever figure that out over time?
Well, why do you think we do a countdown?
Yeah, that's right. Tony, A.J. Preller's extension, 3 years at least, according to Kevin Acee. The Padres have been a little quiet about, the terms, and that's fine with me. I don't need to know the terms. But that, along with John Seidler, speaking to the media yesterday and being very adamant that the sale of this team will take place with the understanding that the Padres are never going anywhere. I don't know that that'll satisfy all the naysayers, but I hope it satisfies some.
Yeah. It just, in my mind, I've never, I can't
right, me
wrap
neither.
it around
yeah, right.
being the team, somebody getting the team and taking it. But apparently it's a thing for others. And I guess if you were very, very upset about the Chargers leaving, maybe this is kind of one of those things for you. Like, I can't trust that anybody who gets the team is just going to keep it here. It can leave at any point. But it was good to hear John's kind of reiterate that. I think he said that from the very beginning.
Yeah.
But it was good to see, good to hear him reiterate it. It sounds like they're and this goes kind of to the labor talk, right? It could be a real problem for Major League Baseball if the Padres sell above value of where they're at, right? Because part of the discussions right now are about wanting to extend the value of these teams, and if the Padres go for kind of like some of these numbers you're kind of hearing in the backdrop here, that would not be something good evidence for what Major League Baseball is asking for. But it does seem like there's a lot of intrigue for this ball club, and when you got a lot of suitors, that tends to be times where price tag ends up going higher because there are, as you know, more bidders out there.
Yeah, that's how that works out nicely. Whenever you want to sell something, you want a lot of people to want it. And this is
last time I tried to sell my car, I felt like I had to pay someone to buy it.
The opposite.
The key part.
The opposite situation. Yeah, that's not
the
good.
key part is somebody needs to want it. As Chris said.
Yeah, they're like, this is what I drove from Temecula for. Are you gonna give it to me for $500? No, okay, I'm out of here.
Yeah. But look, this was a big weekend. Here's my favorite thing that happened the whole weekend, and it was a line, and it was spoken by Craig Stamen. And I think Craig Stamen, from everything I've seen so far, and I'm not surprised, seems to get this. He seems to get this position that he's in. He seems to get this job. He's been, everything he said so far, I'm totally down with. I think he's going to be a player's manager, but I think he's going to get the respect, and I think these guys are going to fight for him. But I think more than anything, Tony, he just gets it, and he knows when to have a little fun with stuff, and he knows when to be serious. And I think just certain people, that's just part of their makeup. So somebody told him the other day, I'm sure you know this, but I got to reiterate it because it cracked me up to no end. Somebody said, "Hey, what do you think about the fact your boss got an extension?" Craig Stamen said, "What? I didn't know my wife got an extension." Now, that is a guy that gets it, right? I mean,
that was the wrong one.
That was not what I meant.
No, this was it.
That was a good, funny line, though, based on the seriousness of,
I ruined it. I'm sorry. I ruined it. That was a great topic, and I just ruined it by accidentally saying.
You threw it. Yeah, you totally just mashed it.
It's me. And logo. That was when Chris found out the Commanders were the Commanders.
Yeah, well, that's not what I was.
Instead of the football team.
That's not what I was rooting on this time.
No, that is true. Do you think that he went home and he was like, "You see what I said for you, honey"?
I don't think he'd had to.
He did say today during the scrum that his wife definitely commented on
did
the
she?
joke there.
That's good though.
It went over well. So it was I mean, that's what makes Stam, I think, is going to make him successful, is that he's not above making fun of himself.
Yeah. That
B,
is a big thing, I think.
It's a huge thing. He has this humility about him that allows him to be able to do that, but he also is a very serious baseball mind. And as you said, a lot of these dudes have played with the big dogs, have played against him and with him. And so I just think that he sets up. So the other thing he's done so well is he recognizes that he is deficient in some areas, and that his staff is going to help him fill those voids.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't have a big enough ego to think to himself, oh, I got all this. I'm clear in all of these different areas. He knows, and he said this on multiple occasions in front of the cameras, in front of us. So like it just seems like he has handled this as well as I can remember a first year manager handling. And I get it. It's been 3 days. It's not like let's all calm down. But I'm just saying.
We shouldn't start carving the award up.
No,
let's carve it in there.
I can't wait for AJ Castellanos roller coaster for the first time.
Right. We'll do 180. How was it?
What do you think of the roller coaster season, Craig?
What do you mean roller coaster?
Well, my wife and I went on a roller coaster once, and hopefully
here's the funny part
better.
about that. I could see a scenario in which that's asked, but you could do it with probably with Stam, because if he paid attention at all, and he very well may, he might get that. Like if somebody asked him that, he might be able to understand where it was come from and make a joke about it. But
yeah, you hit on something very important.
Funny.
You hit on something very important as we go to break, and that is that even though you've been named the manager of a big league team, which he has, does not mean you know everything yet.
No.
And he gets that. And there are many people in his position in any sport that do think once they're there, that means they are the king. They are it. And Craig Stamen does not give off that vibe at all. He gives off the vibe that I'm going to surround myself with really good people who are going to help me do a good job. That is the right way to go about it.
I want to present a scenario for you guys on the other side.
All right, we'll do that. And we'll rank our 8 pitchers, and we'll hear some sound and stuff from Peoria. So a lot more Padres stuff. And we'll tell you what else is coming up as the program rolls along on 97.3 The Fan.
Ben and Woods on The Fan.
3:35 here in Peoria, Arizona. 2:35 there in San Diego. You guys were watching Matt Scraby's face there. He thought for a second that I was giving the wrong time, only to realize that I was clarifying where I was versus where you guys are.
But he wants to know the time in Pango.
No, I was not. I knew that Tony was telling the right time for him, but it's the yearly reminder that I need to send when I'm talking to people in Arizona 2 times.
Arizona
Pacific
drives
time,
me
Mountain
crazy.
time.
What time? When we get over there, by the time we get over there next month, I believe it'll be back to even time.
It should.
Really close to it.
It should be. Let's see.
Yeah, Arizona's crazy. I don't get it.
It's crazy.
I never know what time it is there. So I'm glad you're there to tell us, Tony.
Yes.
So Scrape, you have a scenario.
Yes, my scenario, and by the way, it's March 8th, Chris. The scenario, I was going to go with a scenario like what Nick Castellanos had with Rob Thompson, but I think that's such a unique scenario. I can't bring that scenario up.
So he's going to say, like, if Craig Stamen in his first year is managing and Fernando brings a beer and sits down next to him, how should he handle it?
Here's where I'm going to go.
That. Okay.
Because I've talked about this on the Scraby Show. Craig Stamen was a teammate of a lot of these guys, so he was an equal, and now he's their boss. So Manny, say, doesn't get out of the box fast enough. He gets thrown out at second. Like, is Craig Stamen going to be able to go up to Manny and be like, hey, we need you to hustle there, or whatever it is he says? Or do you think because of the weird former teammate relationship, Craig Stamen may not say those things?
I don't think it. First of all, I think they avoid words like boss and things of that nature when you're dealing with manager and player, because they're trying to have a partnership in which there's mutual respect for one another, and so that you're willing to do some of these things without it having to be asked or without it having to be something that you're being made to do. And so I think that's where Stam is also really good at, is he's developed these relationships. I'll give you a good example. Ryan Goins is the infield coach for the Padres. He comes from the Anaheim Angels. He was under Washington. They're the manager. Similar style. And I think his plan is to have those guys doing that early work that you see time and time again with the Braves, and they're gonna be doing that every day. I would say this is the first time I can ever remember that being the case. Is there a pushback? No. I mean, listen, it's day 3, but it's been smooth sailing. Why? Because these dudes have a respect for their craft and the staff, and know that these guys are trying to put them in the best position possible. So if that indeed happened, I think it would be handled in the way that we would all expect it to be handled. Well, I shouldn't say that, because some of y'all would expect there to be some type of yelling and maybe a little pushing match, or like, waving your hand,
sunflower seeds in his face.
Get out of here with that. No, it's not going to be handled like that. It'll be handled the way that, I think you could envision a guy like Craig Stamen handling it. So I have no questions that, because as Chris and I pointed out earlier, he's not claiming that he can handle it all, right? And
That's
so
true. Yeah.
if it's a decision like that he has to make, I'm sure he'll be able to make it, because he's not stretched in an area or stretched out so much that he would miss it or would kind of mishandle it. I just think that's it seems far-fetched in this scenario that you present.
Yeah, the scenario, the 70s are 50 years ago now. Like when Reggie Jackson loafed after a fly ball in Fenway Park, and Billy Martin pulled him out of the game in the middle of the inning, and they actually fought each other in the dugout on national television.
I do kind of love that.
Yeah, right.
That's never going to happen.
It sounds
today.
kind of fun, but I don't think you'll see that. I would say this too. Look, if Stamen was asked about it after a game, like, hey, Manny didn't hustle on that one, and we're using Manny, but whoever didn't hustle.
I was choosing a star player for
to me, all Stamen has to say is, hey, we're going to talk about, he and I will handle that, and that's it. You don't have to get into any details. Number one. Number two, I would also be able to say that I don't even need to say anything to Manny. He's a smart ball player. He knows darn well that he, probably should have made that at second base. But if there was a problem, it would be because Manny wanted to play the bad guy and basically push back. And Tony just explained that that's really unlikely with this group. I don't see guys on this team that are built that way. Even Castellanos, who I think already is getting a bad rap here.
For sure.
Because he already is supposed to be a clubhouse cancer. And that is not the case. Talking to people in Philadelphia and really reading more about this guy, he's just kind of a kook.
I don't mean that's a nice way to say
I know.
it.
He does things a little off center, right? He answers questions a little off center. He's liable to. Sammy Levitt may have his hands full, with a couple of post game interviews.
I cannot wait.
Me neither.
Yeah, Sammy may have his hands full. But I've never read or heard that he's any kind of problem, and nobody in Philadelphia has said that. So, I think that needs to be cleared up before we get too far down the road, Tony.
I mean, I've only gotten a chance to know Nick over the last 2 days, so far be for me to make a determination. But what you hear is that he's misunderstood more than he is anything else. And I think you hear about the beer situation. As you said, you've seen some of his post-game interviews. He's definitely right to the point. I mean, he's not a type of guy that is going to give you canned answers. You know what I'm saying? He's going to speak freely, and sometimes that can be uncomfortable for some. And but again, nowhere have you ever heard that Nick Castellanos is a bad teammate. I've never heard that. And I've been in this league. I know coaches who know him that speak very highly of him. I think that's just kind of where we are in today's day and age, that something, some incident from like the end of a relationship there with Castellanos and Phillies can turn into, he is therefore a bad teammate and not good in the locker room. And it just seems like it can't be further from the truth.
Padres don't bring in guys like that. That's been one of the secret sauces, I think. People want to say this, that, and the other, but
that's a good point.
They've been pretty much, we've been surrounded by good guys here for a while. Don't see any reason why AJ is going to do anything differently.
You look like you fixing your mouth to say something.
Oh no! Well, I was gonna say something stupid. Actually, I was gonna.
You were fixing your mouth.
I was gonna say I do. We can play Nick Castellanos yesterday with the media talking about a fresh start, but I was also thinking, don't ask him about superheroes because he will say Scooby Doo is a superhero.
Nothing wrong with that. I couldn't agree with him more. I'm right there with him on that one.
Yeah.
Scooby's the guy. I kind of like that one.
Did you just hear Tony's Scooby? That was great.
Do you want a Scooby snack, Tony?
Scooby snacks are different these days, Chris.
We send you a Scooby snack? I know that brings another connotation entirely.
Does
now,
it?
Right? I
what
think
is
it
that?
does. Is that what you're
dispensaries
saying?
I thought they're called Scooby snacks.
Oh,
yeah.
I didn't know that.
So.
Here's Nick Castellanos on.
I didn't know that either. I just made the connection when you said something. I don't want people to think that I've ever been to one of even know anything about those
If
places.
Chris ever went into like a dispensary, I'd be like, "Sir, may I have a Scooby snack?"
yeah, it wouldn't work out.
All right, Nick Castellanos.
What does the fresh start mean for you to come?
Exactly what that is, a fresh start.
Is it difficult for you to accept a different role with this Padres team, or something that you can embrace?
No, I definitely can embrace that. Like I'm saying, fresh start, new group. San Diego, I think, is a very talented team. There's a lot of veterans here. Also, the city of San Diego has never won a World Series. So, however I can contribute to that and lift, this team up to accomplish that goal, I'm more than willing to do so.
What else did you hear from AJ Preller and Craig Stamen that made you feel this was the right place for you?
I would say just the people that they have, right? It's a veteran baseball team. They don't cut corners as far as what they do to prepare and win, and also too, what is the reputation they have on how they treat their players and how they have their backs, even if like something goes a little bit awry, they still stand with them, and they don't deviate, I guess, from their commitment to them as a person. So all those things came into an account, and I'm happy to be wearing brown.
First off, I didn't realize that you need to show the video to see his facial reaction. So next time I will show the video.
Kevin Acey found out right away what it's going to be like to deal with this guy.
He said, just like it is.
What do you think about a fresh start? That's what it is, a fresh start. Next.
Straight to the point.
Welcome to it. You know what Kevin meant there? He's like, can you kind of expand on your fresh start?
Yeah,
no, he wasn't expanding on nothing.
Nah, this is what you get on this one. And then I think he hit on something though that is a credit to AJ Preller. You kind of hit on it, right? Is the way they treat their players when they're part of the organization. That is becoming a thing that's not the first time I've heard it. So it's clearly starting to spread around the league. And, I think I don't know, just based off his answer, it seems like he kind of felt like the Phils kind of abandoned him there at one point or not, whether that had to do with playing time or not. But he certainly mentioned that specifically as he kind of pointed out the traits of the Padres, is that it's a ball club that even if it goes a little bit awry, that you have them by your back. And listen, a motivated athlete, as we know, is a dangerous one in terms of the type of production you can get from it.
No doubt, Castellanos has a chance. And I'm going against what I said in the first segment. He has a chance to be the steal of the entire offseason for almost any team. Because if he's anywhere close to what we saw Nick Castellanos do in his career, and you're getting him for under $800,000, there's not a team anywhere that's going to be able to equal that. So
I actually think the steal, if indeed he is healthy and returns to form, is Walker Buehler. That minor league signing, remember, he's coming off a major elbow surgery, and he talked a little bit about it today, about how that elbow it had taken him a while to get through it. But the one thing he said that had my antennas up was that when the offseason came, he never stopped throwing. So there's been buildup. Oftentimes when you're hurting, you're going to take time off. You're not going to keep throwing, and he has had an off season where he's been able to throw through it. He seems like he's in a good space. If he finds himself back, anywhere in the vicinity that he was, as we saw as a Dodger, he could make a huge difference. It's one of the many signings that I'm very intrigued about watching this spring training.
Buehler did allow only one run over his last 13 innings. With the Phillies last year, went 3-0 while he was there. Did not pitch in the playoffs against his former team, the Dodgers. Anybody feeling any type of way about Walker Buehler now on our side? Are we okay with this? Of course we're okay with it, but
I'm furious. Can't believe he's ever going to put on the brown and gold.
He was public enemy number one there for a bit. I'm sorry.
Because he was so good.
Okay.
I was about to say, because he was shoving it down our throat every time he pitched against.
And letting us know about it. So
him in his tight pants.
I was going to say, do they have pants tight enough for him?
I'm sure Tony Patrica's working on it right now.
Oh, I'm sure. But listen, he's on a minor league deal, so he's going to have to make the team.
Yeah.
Unlike some of the other guys that have big league deals. So
let's take a look at the 8.
How this works out.
Let's take a look at the 8 pitchers. I ain't going to ask Tony to rank them because he's there working with these guys every day. But I don't mind taking a shot at ranking, my totally unofficial ranking system, but just what I'm thinking as far as the 5, which 2 guys of the 8 I think have the best shot and on down the line. And I'm going to start with Griffin Canning. I have a really good feeling about this guy, being as he finally got to a good team last year. Remember his first 5-6 years was the Angels. It hardly even counts as far as I'm concerned. But with the Mets last year, he was 7-3. He pitched some lights out ball games last year. 29 years old. That's about the right age for a pitcher to hit it. Health is a thing, but it's a thing for everybody. Just real in general, your thoughts on Griffin Canning, Tony?
You're right. He kind of found himself, it seemed like, in New York there. Pitched some good baseball. I think he's squarely in the mix. As much as, and it's not even necessarily that I necessarily believe that Walker Buehler is back. It was just hearing someone talk. There was no wavering in it. So I put him in. I put Canning in that same category, though. I really do. I think those are two wild cards.
Yeah,
I really think all of them are wild cards, honestly, in my opinion.
For sure. Vasquez is who I put number 2 because I still think he's the favorite to get one of these spots. Although they've made it clear that he's going to have to earn it. I think he has a big head start based on how he finished last season. Number 3, again, another one that I'm completely intrigued by is Tristan McKenzie, who was really becoming something for Cleveland. This is a guy that had a 2.96 ERA over 30 starts a couple years ago. Last 3 years, injuries, only pitched 20 games or 24 games in 3 years. But sometimes these guys come out of nowhere, and he certainly got the skill, Tony. He's another wild card, I guess, right?
Yeah, he looked good today. He threw a live BP. I actually went out and watched him, and ball was coming out hot. His struggle with command over the last few years. His command was on point, and he got that big, old school curveball that he throws. He dropped out on a couple guys too. He looked good in his live outing today.
Fourth guy I put is a guy I'm particularly rooting for because I would love to see
particularly.
Yeah, I didn't say that well. A guy I'm particularly rooting for to have success is Germán Marquez. Now,
yeah,
the reason is because every good pitcher deserves to at least have 1 year where they don't have to pitch in Colorado. And this guy's been doing it for, 10 years up there and just watching balls fall in front of outfielders and sail over fences. He still managed to get to an all-star game. He still won 68 ball games. A career ERA under 5 is actually good pitching in Colorado. And he was a Padre killer for a long time, Tony. Even in Colorado, he would, shove against the Padres. I'd be happy if that guy can make it. And add to the fact that Bud Black is on this staff. Maybe that helps.
I guess I feel bad because you did the same thing with Vasquez in the second pick of this, and I didn't say that he also looked phenomenal in his outing today. And he went against the big dogs. I think he had Manny over there. I think Andujar was over there. Who else? Maybe Bogey was also in that group. And I tell you what, Vasquez looks, lower half looks strong.
Good to hear.
Tree trunks. He was throwing the ball where he wanted. Now, this last one, Germán Marquez, I got to watch him throw a bullpen. Ball's still coming out hot. Like, he's still throwing 96, 97. And the one thing that's interesting, and as a pitcher, you might be able to, know what I'm talking about. Jason Adam, who threw a pin before Marquez, is a pretty short strider. And what I mean by that is where that front foot lands.
Right.
He's considered short. Marquez is even shorter.
Really?
And it was interesting watching this big dude like short stride and the ball just coming out. I mean, crispy. So he's another one, man. Of all of the signings, I think all of the pitching is the most intriguing of it all.
Yeah, we haven't even got to J.P. Sears, who I think got a little.
Who also looked good today, by the way.
Yeah, J.P. Sears, I think had a little unfair debut. He had like 1-2 games that didn't go great, and I think we've all given up on him. I don't think it's too early. Tony talked about Buehler. I put Marco Gonzalez down near the bottom because he's been out for like 3-4 years. It's going to be really tough, but it doesn't mean he can't recapture it. And I feel like old Matt Waldron has just kind of sailed down near the bottom of this. Don't forget, a couple years ago, for 3 months of the season, he was the best pitcher we had.
He held it down. He did.
He was the best one we had. So,
remember, Josh Chisholm said his knuckleball is like the craziest ball he's ever seen throw.
It's going to be interesting to see how that all plays out, Tony. Go ahead.
Let's get to break on the other side. A little daily gambit. Now, Craig Stamen joins us here, Padres' new manager. And Craig, listen, I've had the opportunity to play for two managers that were in their first year. Don Mattingly and the late Ryan Sandberg in Philadelphia. Both of them had their struggles. Even though these are the best of the best type of players, they had their struggles. Where do you see yourself in terms of your staff and leaning on your staff to kind of be able to help you in those first year kind of struggles that many managers deal with at some point?
You're right. I'm going to lean on my staff a lot. And I remember having, small conversations with Bob Melvin about some of this stuff. And he was talking about some of the things he wished he knew when he was a first-year manager. And this was way back when I wasn't even thinking about this. We were just kind of talking. And he's like, I wish that I wouldn't have tried to do everything myself. He said, I felt like I had to be involved in everything and I had to be a part of every decision. And he goes, it's just not the case. He goes, there's a few things that I do need to be in charge of and as the manager, but I got good people around me. If I got good people around me, I just got to be able to trust them.
Right.
That'll be the hard part, but we're going to build that trust within the clubhouse, within the coaching staff. So I'm not doing it all myself. We're going to share responsibility. We're going to share the successes. I'll take the blame, and then we'll see where the dust settles. But I'll, obviously, hopefully gain a lot of experience where we get to the end of the season and we're in that playoff hunt.
Yeah.
That we're rolling and we're humming and we got a good process going.
Now, you mentioned, kind of building off what Mike has done here the last couple of years, adding to his legacy. You obviously have your own strengths, though. Where do you see your strengths being able to be applied to this ball club and how it may be of help?
Yeah, Mike had so much experience of organizing, how to be a great baseball team. He'd been mentored by many great managers, and he'd taken a lot from those guys. And I just listened to what he had to say about that stuff, and I saw how he did it, observing and listening to how he kind of went about his business. So a lot of the things that he did, I'm going to probably keep doing the same thing. What I think I can add is maybe just I'm a little younger. I got a little bit more energy.
Yeah.
I've got some relationships within the clubhouse that are maybe a little bit different. Does that give me the avenue to push them in a little bit different way, or like sneak in there to get them to do a few things that they haven't been quite open to in the past? Maybe I don't know. We'll find out. But, I'm going to treat them, with respect and hopefully get that respect back. And we're going to try to make this team as best they can be.
Craig Stamen joins us here, Padres' new manager. And Craig, you're clearly coming this with your eyes wide open with this situation. I heard you say partnering on multiple occasions up on the stand there. What does that look like for the fans who are listening and may not know what partnering looks like? What exactly is that?
Yeah, partnering, it's a give and a take. We have relationships with our families, our moms, our dads, our wives, our kids. It's not always my way or the highway.
Right.
There's got to be, even in this decision to become the manager, there was a lot of give and take with me and Audrey, deciding what was important to her and what we were going to miss by taking this, what was important to me, what I was going to miss in this, and then coming to a decision that works best for both of us. And I think those types of things can happen throughout the year with players, trying to get them on the field to do certain things in practice or in the game, but like partnering them in the way that's like, it's not just my decision.
Right.
We're in this together. We're accomplishing a goal together. It's not my, championship that we're going to win. It's our championship. It's the Padres championship. It's AJ's, it's John's, it's Eric's, it's Manny's, it's Toddy's.
Right.
It's all of ours together. It's Ruben's. We share that success together. I'll handle the blame, and then we'll do this together.
Last one, I'll let you get out of here. I know you got a busy day ahead of you. Mike Shildt did a terrific job of really shielding his players. He always was the man taking all the arrows coming at the ball club. But you also mentioned being able to push the guys. What does that look like? Because I think oftentimes fans hear, managers take the arrows and they're under the impression that there isn't any, pushing going on the backside of that. What does that look like sometimes?
Yeah, I mean, we got great players. So, like, the amount of pushing I need to do is limited.
Right.
But we can give them new ideas on how to navigate a season. And Mike was so good at, like, handling the players and taking the arrows, like you said, in the media and throughout the season and pumping those guys up and making them feel great. But there's ways that, like, maybe they haven't been exposed to, and that's what we're going to challenge our staff to do, is come up with creative ways to keep Manny Machado, healthy for a full season. Xander Bogaerts healthy for a full season as they get a little older in age, and can we have guys peaking at the right time and stuff like that? Just like open to new ideas and creative ideas, and the players will be partnering with that with the coaching staff to create something that we think will build us a championship team.
Now, Craig Stamen joins us here, Padres' new manager. And Craig, listen, I've had the opportunity to play for two managers that were in their first year, Don Mattingly and the late Ryan Sandberg in Philadelphia. Both of them had their struggles. Even though these are the best of the best type of players, they had their struggles. Where do you see yourself in terms of your staff and leaning on your staff to kind of be able to help you in those first year kind of struggles that many managers have?
Heading into hour number 2 on this Tuesday, Crisello, Scraby, Odyssey Palace Studios, Tony Gwynn Jr. in the Peoria Palace Studios, where he lives down there during spring training. We know it's a fantastic place and has all the bells and whistles, but we've never seen it. Are
you sad about that?
No, that's okay.
The people in the chat are very excited that he's back in Narnia because he's got like 7 doors behind him.
Can we talk about Narnia real quick?
Yeah.
It is literally the exact same place.
Same room?
Same exact room, everything.
Well, you're comfortable.
Which is great. I'm 100% comfortable.
Sure.
I like my space. And the doors of Narnia are right behind me.
And you also
they're never ending.
You do a much better job. Maybe you'll have to teach me someday of putting light on your face when you're on the in the room somewhere. When I'm in a hotel room, I can never find light.
Well, to be fair,
you're
in a hotel room and there's only 3 lamps in there. That's not really super lighting.
Okay.
And you're usually doing it at night.
I'm like in an apartment and like an island, and there just happens to be 2 lights right in front of me. So it works out well.
Very good.
And the doors of Narnia are right behind me as well. We can't forget.
Is one of them the closet and the other's the door out?
Yeah, wait, over your left shoulder. Where does that go?
Do you like the Get Smart move and go, I'm out of here, and then go into the closet by accident?
That's exactly what I do. I'm out of here and then hop in the Narnia doors. And I'm gone. I get to go into another land. I can't show you guys. I want you to have the imagination.
Yes, I think that's fair.
There's nothing behind there.
Wouldn't it be sweet if we had teleportation so you could just teleport home each night? That'd be so nice.
That would be legit.
But you know what? They're going to invent that like far too late for our lives.
Oh, for sure.
Because be able to hop into a closet and just teleport somewhere.
I mean, there is no way. And you know this, Tony. At the end of a game, and it's a flight home, you just want to be home. Yeah. That's all you want.
Especially when it's on the East Coast.
And for you on the East Coast, Philly, you just want to be home. Going on the trip, you're not in as big a hurry. You're like, this is fun. You're looking forward to it. But when it's over, you just want to be home in bed. And if you could make that happen, and I think they will make it happen, Scraby.
We're not going to be
around for it.
It's going to be an in-house teleport system first, and then they're going to have to figure out how to get it in the public so people can just hop in.
Yeah, man, that'll create some.
What was the movie with the doors? Where the gentleman, the guys,
we're back to Narnia again.
The guys who were in suits were going through doors to help. Somebody's going to chat's going to get this.
Beetlejuice?
Gosh, what is no?
They go through
Matt
doors
Damon's
in Beetlejuice.
Matt Damon's in it.
Oh yes, I know it, but I can't think of it.
Matrix?
It's not a Matrix.
Nope, and the beautiful ladies in it too.
It's a good one.
Monsters Inc.
No, Matt Damon.
No,
Matt
come on,
Damon.
chat.
Scraby, you're not even.
Come on, chat.
When did Matt Damon get in Monsters Inc?
Matt Damon wasn't in Inception either.
Well, you're bringing up a whole bunch of. I got
Adjustment Bureau.
Yep.
Adjustment Bureau.
Yeah, I love that movie.
It's a good one.
What's the lady in there?
Emily Blunt.
Emily Blunt. There you go.
Yeah, good one, Tony. Good call. By the way, super sky point to Robert Duvall yesterday. Passed. That guy can act. Yes. And I do recommend The Natural to anyone who's never had a chance to see it. What?
The Natural.
It's a great movie.
What's oh my
I
gosh?
know we see it on MLB. I know we see it on the
it's
network
on there
all the
too
time.
often. That's not that.
That's
It's not the
because
movie's
we're in
fault.
there
How many times is he going to hit a ball up into the lights and break them?
every
Just
time,
once
baby.
at the end of the
Every
movie,
time.
and it's a hell of an ending. Da-da!
Every time.
Da-da-da-da!
And then all the sparks come falling to the ground.
Quiet, I'm enjoying a moment. Da-da-da-da!
What they didn't show us was the stadium burning down from
Robert
the
Duvall.
fire he caused.
Robert Duvall's in the press box, and he's like, "What?" It's fabulous. All right,
time to go.
Let's go to the Daily Gambit.
Do you like money?
I think about money a lot.
Do you like money without doing anything?
Winning.
Do you want to make money while watching sports?
I think Washington is immortal luck.
Washington! Woohoo!
If you answered yes, this is your segment. Just don't blame us when you lose.
Nothing is ever your fault.
It's your game. Take it.
Gwynn and Chris go through the top bets of the day in The Daily Gambit on 97.3 The Fan.
Daily Gambit is our daily sports betting segment here on Gwynn and Chris. Please, everybody, gamble responsibly. We are not going to review the bets from last week because that was a long time ago. So, Chris, take it away. And we have Kaylin
Hamilton of the Aztecs going to be on with us in about 10 minutes. She's been on before, and they got a big game tomorrow night. I got to hand it to the folks at San Diego State. I know the show has been putting stuff out on Twitter and Instagram, and the students are all being invited. They want a big crowd for that one tomorrow because they're playing UNLV, and that's the showdown game. And the show has gotten behind it, like saying we got to get out there to support this team. So if you are going to come to one women's game tomorrow, it'd be good. Should be a great game. But Kaylin will be on a little bit. Aztecs men are home tonight.
Yes.
So don't forget about that. They're playing Grand Canyon, and we'll start with that game in our Daily Gambit. 8.5-point spread here for the Aztecs over the Lopes. And, of course, the Lopes won the first meeting on that controversial foul call at the end of the game. Aztecs have been waiting a month they're trying to get a little payback. I'm impressed with the Aztecs right now. Magoon Guath, by the way, the other night, 3 for 3 on threes. And then at the other end, 5 block shots. Anytime they came anywhere near the rim, Tony, he sent it back. Hopefully he's starting to look like himself again. That'd be a really good sign.
Perfect time for it, right?
Yeah, he looked good the other night. I'm going Aztecs minus 8.5. Tony.
Aztecs,
Scraby. Remember the Lopes did win the first one if you want to be a contrarian.
I will be a contrarian and go Lopes.
You are going Lopes, okay. Over under for the game 139.5. 139.5, so that'd be 70 to 69. Tony, you're first. First meeting, I think both teams just got over 70. Tony's first, over under 139.5. Over. Scraby?
I'm feeling over.
Okay, I'm going to go under. I think the Aztecs defensively are starting to get it a little bit. 2 really good games tonight, or one really good one's getting started here shortly. Michigan at Purdue. Got number 1 at number 7, and Purdue was number 1 at one point. Michigan's favored by 2.5 on the road. Scraby.
I'm going to go with Purdue.
Purdue plus the points at home. I think Purdue's the play. I don't like it, but Michigan is so good. But I'm going to go Purdue. Arizona lost 2 last week. There's a lot of good teams out there. I've heard people say that Arizona and Michigan have separated from the field, and I don't know that they've separated. They're great, don't get me wrong, but there's some other really good teams. Tony, who do you like? Michigan minus 2.5 at Purdue.
Yeah, give me Michigan.
Michigan, yeah. After all that, yeah, I'll take Michigan. Not dumb. Michigan State 8.5 over UCLA. I texted this to you guys the other day. I'm sure you read it and dismissed it, but after they lost by 30 to Michigan,
why does that seem so sad?
I don't know. Because nobody got back to me. Nobody had a comment. There was no thumbs up, thumbs down, crying, nothing. No, Mick Cronin.
If it makes you feel any better, I definitely was like, yeah, he probably is going to go off about this.
Yeah.
In my head, I just didn't put it down on the
30-point loss, and you dug Mick Cronin, but I didn't hear any total rant on that one. So maybe he took his loss like a real loser should. All right, today at Michigan State, Cronin going to get boat raced again. I don't know. I'm going to take UCLA. I have one last faith in Mick Cronin tonight to keep it close. Tony, 8.5, Sparty at home.
Yeah, I'm gonna take UCLA.
UCLA also. Okay, it's great.
It's only a matter of time before his team stops playing for him because he just complains.
Well, we
about
said
them
that
all the
last
time.
year, and then they went on a run. Remember that? After he ripped them, they got hot.
I just don't know that Michigan State. I don't feel comfortable ever betting Michigan State, so I'll go with UCLA.
All three going UCLA in that one. And then I put these guys in there. Miami, Ohio, still undefeated.
Yeah.
At UMass. UMass is one of the top teams in that league. So this is, people are expecting a tough one.
The Minutemen, right?
The Minutemen, correct. Yes. Formerly coached by John Calipari back in the day.
I also know
a little Marcus Camby action there.
Man, he stole my one
Is
name.
that your guy? You had that, huh, Scrape? Good for you.
I just remember Marcus Camby
Marcus
going to
Camby,
UMass.
he did. And he and Calipari took him to the Final Four.
I'm trying to remember their point guard's name was Tony something, and I remember because he had the same first name. So
They had
I
a
can't remember his last name.
good squad back then.
Yeah, he did.
Miami's favored by 2.5. Tony on the road for the Red Hawks, who can ill afford to lose one game. They're saying.
I think the Minutemen pull off the upset.
End it tonight, huh? Like they're saying, if Miami loses one game and then doesn't win their tournament, no way they're getting in. Because fact they're 25-0 or whatever they are.
I don't know.
Crazy. It's tough.
I don't know if there's an organization that doesn't care about the good teams as much as the NCAA.
Well, they're saying they're not a good team, but the problem is it's not their fault that they don't play anybody. They want to. Teams will not schedule them because they're worried. Same reason teams don't want to come to Viejas Arena. They just won't.
Facts.
So there's not much you can do if you're Miami, Ohio.
You almost got to be in a tournament style so that it feels like everybody's got skin in the game, because otherwise those big teams feel like it's a lose-lose for them.
Yeah, they won't play Miami of Ohio. All right, Scraby, he's taking UMass.
I will continue the streak.
Miami, Ohio. I have a sneaky suspicion too, Tony. UMass ends it tonight. One more hockey tomorrow for you guys who want to get up early in the Olympics. Quarterfinals, USA men will draw Sweden. Sweden did win their game today over Latvia. So the U.S. Olympic hockey, Sweden tomorrow. It's at noon. With the U.S. favored by 1.5 goals. Scraby.
America.
Okay.
That's all I got to say. That's all I got to say.
America.
Just America.
That's good. I don't know any songs in Sweden, so I'll have to go America also. Tony?
America.
By the way, Sweden's team is all NHL players, so they are certainly good, as is the U.S. That'll be a fun game tomorrow. All right, that's the Daily Gambit.
Not against America, though.
Not against America. Kaylin Hamilton.
Not against America.
Women's basketball, Aztecs, big one tomorrow. They're 20-4. Talk about it when we come back after traffic.
Traffic at the end. You got to look over here, Chris. Oh, wait, no, it just updated. So Chris wasn't lying.
Nope.
Traffic now.
From the 855, get Ross.
Hi, Chris Ello back. Tony Gwynn Jr. back. Scraby back. You got Chronicles tonight, sir?
I sure do.
All right. That'll be from 6 to 7.
Tell Scraby his camera looks great in the hallway.
Why did it move that way? What the heck?
Trying to keep an eye on the hallway, are you?
Well, I mean, I do try to keep an eye on the hallway. You guys know this.
Welcome back to the program here. Kaylin Hamilton from the Aztec women's team's going to join us. The men are home tonight against Grand Canyon. And I got to be honest. I know what I wanted to say. I hate when I'm coming into a segment and I go, here's how I'm going to open the segment. And then the music ends and I open the mic and I hit the mic and then I totally forget how I was going to open the segment. Like, how does that happen? I just thought of it like 8 seconds ago, but it happened.
You know how it happened.
I know. Brain cells dying off. I'll get to it in a minute. I'll get to it in the next segment because it's just a little aside. We've got Kaylin Hamilton, nice enough to join us here from the Aztec women's basketball team. Aztecs are 20-4. They got their 20th win on Saturday, which is the 4th year in a row, by the way, for the program, which is, really nice accomplishment. And the team is 14-1 on top in the Mountain West Conference by 2 games over UNLV. And lo and behold, here comes UNLV. They'll be in town tomorrow night. Kaylin, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you, Chris?
Well, I am good. Tony's alongside. He's good. We were going to have Bailey Barnhart with you again, but since she couldn't finish the Rubik's Cube in time, she didn't earn her way back on the show. Wow. I'm just kidding. Bailey's out there. Yeah, she was so upset about that. You remember she said she was going to bring a Rubik's Cube and do it, but still waiting, Bailey. Still waiting.
I'll relay the message.
Sorry?
I'll relay the message.
Relay the message. Yeah, I'm sure she'll love this. Kaylin, I was kidding around with you, but you came on the program in studio about, a month ago, and you guys hung around and, we had a great time. And I'm sure it's just a coincidence, but you personally have been on a very nice hot streak the last 6 or 7 games. Talk a little bit about how you've kind of found a little more offense to go along with your defense.
Man, thank you, by the way.
Yeah.
I think I'm putting in the work and I'm trusting the work that I've put in. Also, I'm starting to hit my shot, and that it comes with trusting the work that I'm putting in. So that's opening up more things for me as well. So yeah.
Kaylin, you've come off the bench as a 6th man for the entire season, and obviously, in watching some of the last few games, you just seem far more confident on the offensive end. You've always been able to guard. Has that been as a result of you trusting that work that you have?
Definitely. I am being more intentional with what I'm working on, and I think that has helped. And I also think that my coaches are giving me more leeway that's allowing me to be able to do what I've been doing. Also, my teammates are trusting in me more, so that's given me more confidence as well.
Yeah, she's averaging 10 a game off the bench over the last month. That's good women's college basketball. Talk about, you've been off the bench 2 years in a row, and your other 3 roommates, right? Naomi, Nat, and Bailey, they all start. We all know that you're as big a part of this thing as anybody, but how did you learn to deal with coming off the bench as opposed to starting? And how do you deal with it? And do you kind of liking it at all?
I really don't think of it as like, oh, I'm coming off the bench. I just think of it as like, I'm ready whenever my name is called. And that's kind of just been my mindset from the go.
Yeah.
Like even from last year, like just always being ready as a freshman whenever coach calls your name, because, you get whatever opportunities that coach gives you. So you got to be ready to go out there and take advantage of it and, show what you can do, but also like do what coach wants you to do. And so I've taken that into this year as well. And obviously I have a bigger role this year. And I feel like that mindset hasn't changed for me, and it's really just carried me through.
Kaylin Hamilton joins us here on Gwynn and Chris, a part of the 20-4 women's San Diego State basketball team. And Kaylin, your team is 2 games up, 5 to go. You got UNLV coming in this week. I mean, how do you guys maintain because listen, we're all human beings. You start to see the light at the end of the tunnel, and in sports especially, the tendency can be to kind of take your foot off the gas. How do you guys keep that focus moving forward as you guys try to clinch this conference?
Yeah, we talk about this a lot of the times. We talk about how February is when everybody is tired, we got one more month left, only a few more games. And like you said, seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. But I think that we've done just a really good job, and our coaching staff has done a really good job at making us aware of our energy. And energy is such a big thing, whether that's we're going to weights or we're coming into practice or we're traveling, our energy needs to be up. And if it's down, we have our people on our team, and I feel like I'm one of them that is trying to get everybody's energy up and making everybody aware of it. And that's what's going to carry us throughout the rest of the season, because this is really where it gets tough. When we get into March, and obviously in February is when it gets tough.
Got UNLV tomorrow night, as Tony mentioned, and do you enjoy playing against them just a little, touch more, because they're kind of the team that you've been trying to knock off? Last year, you guys were able to knock them off, but you played earlier this year, overtime. It's going to be a great game tomorrow night. You know what I mean? Do you get a little more excited for these?
I live for these types of games, if I'm being honest. I love it. I'm a competitor, so I love playing games where, we're going to be going head to head. And obviously UNLV is a great team. They're greatly coached. They are talented. So we're going to be ready for them, and I know they're going to be ready for us. So it's going to be a battle.
Well, I know the school is getting behind this game. I know people are talking about it, trying to get a lot of students out there tomorrow night. You guys deserve that, and I think it will be a great atmosphere. Good luck tomorrow, Kaylin. We'll see you soon.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Thanks for coming on, Kaylin Hamilton from the Aztec women's basketball team. And we did mention the last time she was on, Tony, Mountain West Conference, all academic, a program, a list I never found myself on, by the way, back in the day. So
Tony is saying that he found himself on.
Did you get on that one, Tony?
Oh, believe it. I was all American academic.
Good for you.
My sophomore year.
Who knew that? Wow.
Nobody knew that. I'm glad we brought it up so we could get the word out.
That's pretty awesome. Tony's the smartest person in the station. On the station.
Apparently, it hasn't been showing the last 8 years.
Oh, wow.
Hey, now.
If it was water bottle remembering, it would be.
I'd be in trouble. If it had to do with that, you're right.
Shots fired. All right. You're up. Sorry.
Yeah, this is all good. Let's get to break. Was it Fantabulous coming up?
It is, and apparently Chris needs us to get a piece of paper and a pen.
You need to write this down today. Little different strategy today. Little different. You'll see.
Okay.
All right.
From the first pitch of the year to the biggest games down the stretch, Padres talk.
Aztec women tomorrow, UNLV. I recommend it. It'll be it's gonna be a good game for sure.
You know what I'm gonna do, Chris?
Yes,
I'm gonna go watch that UNLV coach and see.
Don't be talking about her now. I've already been warned.
I'm talking about her.
Oh, you're talking about her.
I mean, I have seen these antics on the sideline. It's not just because you told me.
She's interesting. So yeah, if you go to the game tonight, you'll see their coach on display. But it will be an excellent game as these teams play. Excellent games all the time. All right. Speaking of excellent games, time for our fantabulous sports game show. But for the first time ever, we are taking a little bit of a different feel to it. We'll check traffic first, and then I'll tell you what's going on.
I'm nervous.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center. Injured? Demand justice. Demand Jurowitz. 855GetRoss.com. Here's Kelly Danick.
Brought to you by Caltrans, reminding you that 3 lanes of northbound I-5 will be closed at Gilman Drive starting Friday night. Looking pretty good on the roads this time. They've definitely had a chance to dry out since this morning's rains, but more showers expected late this afternoon or early evening. Right now, just watch out for a stall vehicle. It's up on 805, right at the eastbound 905 connector ramp. Caltrans I-5 Asset Management Project continues this weekend with the closure of 3 lanes on northbound I-5 at Gilman Drive, February 20th and 21st from 7 p.m. to 11 a.m. Please plan ahead and use alternative routes like Interstate 805 to travel north. I'm Kelly Danick with Gwynn and Chris, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Hey, all you beautiful people out there, it's time to play one of our favorite games of the week.
All right!
We like to call it...
Ooh, I'm going to go...
Chris's Fantabulous Sports Game Show!
It starts right now on 97.3 The Fan.
I want to thank Scraby because in the studio, apparently, we have the Peacock Network. The only way you could watch Michigan-Purdue, like one of the best basketball games of the year, the Peacock channel.
Get used to it.
Got to get on board there, Chris. You're going to miss out on a lot of stuff, buddy.
Yeah, this is just going to keep happening.
And I'm going to miss out because I'm not forking over that $7.
And you know what's cold, even more cold, is that eventually they're not going to give you the replays on places that you can get it. You're going to have to come.
Yes, that is how I take advantage of it now.
And they're going to make you pay for the replay too.
Mm-hmm.
I watch all the Amazon Prime Thursday night games are on NFL Network if you're just willing to wait an hour or two.
You could also go to Amazon Prime after the game's done or during the game and start from the beginning.
Or that way.
Go through.
All right, let's get to the Fantabulous Sports Game Show. We'll argue about all this stuff later. All right, first time, you guys got pieces of paper, something to write with.
Yep.
We're doing it.
I don't have any old school paper. I got new school paper.
Something to write on?
Okay, I don't know what
you're going to need to write this down somehow, somewhere. iPad. Okay, whatever you got to do.
That works.
All right, so on the left side, I want you to list. There's going to be 26 possible points today.
Oh, my.
And you guys you guys have a chance to get all 26. I'm going to make you guys look good today, but I think 1 miss, 2 misses may cost you the Fantabulous today. But you need to write down your answers, and that's going to take a few minutes. So AFC East, AFC North, AFC South, AFC West. And then across from that, I want you to put which team finished last this past season. Which team finished last this past season, the one that just ended in all 4 of those divisions. And you need to be honest since you guys are not in the same room, but whatever you write down has to be your final answer.
Do we have to do it in that order, AFC?
No,
North,
not in any order, whatever order you want.
Okay.
Yeah, AFC East, North, South, West. Give me the 4 last place teams.
So we have to come up with them all right now.
Yes. Go ahead and write them down right now. Don't say them. You just write them down.
Okay.
Right. And then we'll go through it at the end.
What are you going to do while we're doing this?
I'm going to ba-bum, ba-ba-ba-bum. I don't know.
Okay, stop.
Shouldn't take you that long. You got AFC East, last place.
Oh, you could talk about, Tyreek Hill's off your team now.
Tyreek Hill and good riddance. I will give Tyreek this. He gave us a year and a half of some pretty exciting plays if you're a Dolphin fan. But seemed like you'd faded.
I remember all the teams.
What's that?
Is Is that part of it? Remember?
Yeah, you need to know what division these guys are.
Oh,
Yeah, that's part of it, I guess. That might hurt you, Tony.
Cool.
Oh, wow. I'm really good at this.
AFC East, last place. AFC North, last place. AFC South, last place. AFC West, last place. Tony could run into trouble. I didn't even think of this. I didn't even think that he might not know which division is which.
Well, I know which division. You got the teams in the division.
Yeah, well, you just got to get the last place. You don't need them all. And then
so I just need. Okay, so I just need to pick the last place.
Who
team
finished last? Who finished last?
In the division.
Okay.
Yeah, who finished last in the AFC East? Boom. I'll give you a clue. It wasn't the Patriots. All right, so you're going to do that, and then you're going to do the NFC East, North, South, and West as well when you're done with the AFC. So you're going to coming up with all 8 last place teams in the just concluded NFL season.
Okay.
All right, Scraby, you're done with all 8?
I'm thinking of one.
All right, you're thinking of one still. So these are the first 8 points that are up for grabs. You can do this along with us out there, see how you do. Season just ended a little bit ago, but sometimes these can be difficult or tricky to remember who finished last in each of the 8 NFL divisions. You guys are ready?
I got 7 of 8.
I'm not ready at all. I need more time.
Well, take time, man. We got time.
Okay.
You got 7 of 8.
Sure.
You got a chance to think of the last one then, Scrape.
Okay.
If you want to. You want to get them all down because, like I said, I believe it's possible to get all 26 points in this test. And if you miss one, it could cost you.
I have no idea why I'm forgetting the
Purdue is leading Michigan 7-5 in the game that I'm only able to watch because somebody at the station subscribes to the Peacock Network.
I think it might be Frank.
Not me. It's not me. I know that. All right. Are we
ready?
Tony's answers are locked in or pretty close to locked in. I'll give you a chance to go over it one last time before we have to give up the answers. Scraby, you may have to come back then if you don't have it.
I just thought of it. I'm done.
Right. Now you got these are going to be tougher. I need the 3 last place teams in the American League last year.
Oh my goodness.
Last season. Who finished last in the AL West? Who finished last in the AL Central? And who finished last in the AL West?
Wait,
I'm sorry, West, Central, East. Yeah, right. The 3 last place teams in baseball last year, and then do the National League. And I'll give you guys one. The team that finished last in the NL West was the Rockies. Just so we're all on the same page. You're welcome.
That's what I could have actually got.
I'm still doing the football stuff. You guys keep going.
Still on the football.
I got it.
You guys are hilarious. AFC East, North, South, West. How many more do you need, Tony?
I need the other 4.
The NFC East, Northwest, and South?
No, I have AFC, NFC South, AFC, NFC North.
Okay, well, you need AFC East and West, too.
Correct.
And NFC East and West.
Correct.
All right. No.
Oh, I got it. I'm done.
You're done with American League and National League?
Yep.
All 6 baseball teams?
I'm really good at identifying losers, Chris.
Scraby might be winning this today.
Well, who knows if they're right?
I think they're going to be right. You answered them pretty quick. Tony's still working on it.
Yeah,
This is like the match game, where Gene Rayburn asks the question and then they go, dun.
And he goes on, he hits on someone's wife for like 5 minutes.
Because they haven't, the celebrities are still waiting for them to plug in their answers. They're waiting for Tony to plug in his answers here.
What? East, here it is.
AFC East.
That was easy.
It worries me that Tony's still like on the first one. It's okay.
Don't let it worry. They great. You gotta let me get my things. I got a lot of stuff up here.
You know what you got to say, Tony? You got to come up with the old Oscar Madison line. What do you want? Or no, actually, it wasn't Oscar Madison. It's Felix Unger in the famous Odd Couple. What do you want? Speed or accuracy?
Right.
Both.
I like the way
because Felix used to be so slow dealing the cards, and Oscar would be like, "Let's go," and Felix would go, "What do you want? Speed or accuracy?" So, all right, while you're doing that, Tony, don't listen to this.
So South, North, East, West.
There's 4 in the AFC, 4 in the NFC.
Seasons. All right, I'm done with that. Now,
got it. Now, and you need the 6 last place teams in baseball from last season.
I guess I should take the time that
do you want to go over your answers?
Go over my answers.
You could go over your answers. I'm almost a little worried about the last question here.
Is it hockey?
No. I wouldn't do that to you.
If it's the NBA, I'm in trouble.
Nope. Wouldn't do that to you either. Staying in the major sports. All right. This is, you got.
Can you at least just let me start on the end?
Yeah, right. Sure. AL playoff teams, all 6 from last year.
And NL?
And then NL.
Okay.
That'll give you 26 total answers.
All right.
Wait. So I'm sorry. The 6 last places in MLB, and then would you say 6 wild card teams for each?
Not wild card, all the playoff. 6 playoff in the American League, 6 playoff in the National League. That'll give you 26 answers if and when you get there. And you'll get there. So this was my funny line not funny, but I was watching The Last Dance last night because they're showing it for maybe the millionth time. But for whatever reason, last night I seemed to have extra time, so I watched it. And I was reminded of a great Michael Jordan line. You guys are not listening, but I'm telling this to everybody else who's out there.
I'm semi-listening.
Yeah, I'm telling this to everybody else who's out there. So Michael Jordan was asked about when they switched coaches from Doug Collins to Phil Jackson right at the beginning of their championship run. A lot of people thought Michael Jordan wasn't going to like that because Doug Collins used to give the ball to Michael Jordan. Phil Jackson wanted more of a team-oriented structure. And Michael Jordan said, I did have some reservations about that because I know there's no I in team, but there is an I in win. And I just thought Michael Jordan's kind of creative. Okay. Hopefully somebody out there heard it.
He said, okay.
Don't look up Michael Jordan videos from Daytona.
Not good.
Not good at all.
Let's do something better for Daytona. How about the guy who won the race did the I Believe chant?
He did?
He did. Saturday night. He did.
I did not see that. Well, the
guy who ended up winning the race, apparently by video, did the I Believe chant at the Aztec home game.
Wow.
And then went on to win the Daytona 500 the next day.
I bet you he was out here for...
Or maybe he was out here for something.
He was
I don't know.
Promoting the NASCAR
Maybe
race.
he was promoting the but he ended up winning the Daytona.
Wow.
That was
crazy.
Pretty interesting. Kirk Kenny says, make sure you guys are using a number 2 pencil.
I'm not.
Kirk never ceases to miss an opportunity.
That's why I love Kirk.
Yes, we love Kirk. Kirk covered the Aztec game the other night, wrote a very fine story, I might say. Ziegler had a day off from Aztec basketball. Kirk was on it. Good story, Kirk. I read it Sunday morning. Enjoyed.
Ooh,
all right.
In that bad boy.
Tony's still coming up with his answers. We are in the Fantabulous Sports Game Show. We're doing something a little different.
More.
You still think you need one more?
Yeah.
Tony's trying to think of. Are you trying to think of a last place team, or are you on to the playoffs yet, Tony?
No, I'm on the playoffs. I'm on the playoffs.
All right. 6 American League and 6 National League playoff teams. That's your final job. We're going to see if you guys can run the table on these. One hiccup may cost you. Because I think, and I want to see everybody else out there. Can you get all of these answers out there?
All right, I'm done, but I don't know about the last
You're
one.
done, but done. All right. Tony's got to be.
I'm done, but I don't know about the
last one.
Should I tell the Michael Jordan thing again to see if you guys like it or just leave it?
I would
no, I heard it. I watched it last night.
Oh,
so
you did? Okay, so you're with me then. You had the same thing. You're watching it anyway.
I think I'm ready.
All right.
Wow.
All 26. Let's start out. Now, I'm just going to go and it doesn't matter because your answers are locked in and I trust you guys. So let's start at the top. See who gets the most right. Scraby, who was last in the AFC East last year? Who did you write down?
I wrote down the Jets, Jets.
All right. Tony, what did you write down at AFC East?
I, too, wrote down the Jets.
All right. We're tied. You guys both got it. They're both 3-14. They're both 3-14. Who finished last in the AFC North last year? Scrabe?
AFC North is the Browns.
Browns, he says.
Oh!
Uh-oh.
Oh, he's showing us.
I went Bengals.
You went Bengals. It is the Browns. Scraby takes a 2-1 lead. Browns did finish last. Tony's got to come from behind. Scraby may not miss one. AFC South, Scraby, you have
the Titans.
Tennessee Titans. I'm not saying whether it's right. Tony?
I too have the Titans.
They were last, 3-14. And in the AFC West, Scraby, we'll switch this in the NFC.
Raiders.
Raiders, says Scraby. Tony?
I do have the Raiders.
I mean, they are the number one overall.
Yeah, the Raiders, Jets, and Titans all finished 3-14, by the way. Browns were 5-12. All right, so Scraby's got a 4-3 lead after the first grouping of questions. Into the NFC we go. Tony, for the East, who was last year?
For the East, I have the Jets.
You don't have the Jets. NFC East.
Wait, I'm sorry. NFC, Giants.
The G-Men. If you had the Jets, yeah. Scrabe?
I'm going to go with the Giants, too.
Giants. They were also 3-14. AFC North, Tony, who finished last? NFC North. Yeah, that's what I'm confusing Tony myself. NFC North, Tony.
NFC North, the Vikings.
The Vikings. Scraby, who do you have?
Vikings. That was the hardest one for me.
Yeah, and you're both wrong.
Whoa.
Last place was the Lions.
Really?
Oh, that's
Look it up. Lions and Vikings tied,
right.
but the Lions had the Vikings had the tiebreaker.
I wrote Lions and I crossed it out.
Well, you missed that one, so it stays a 1-point game.
That did cross my mind, and then I was like, "Nah, it was the Vikings."
Yeah,
It was the
Vikings got hot right at the end.
year.
They got hot at the end. So 5-4. Scraby's still ahead. On to the South we go. Tony, who was last?
Which South?
NFC South.
NFC?
Yeah.
Saints,
he says. Scraby?
I kind of had trouble because the Saints were better than I thought, but I'm going to go Saints.
Staying with Saints. Every team in that division was 8-9, except the Saints were 6-11.
Oh.
They finished last.
What a terrible division.
Yeah. And finally, NFC West. Tony, who was last in the NFC West? We'd love to say 49ers. I wish we'd have done this 2 years ago when the 49ers were last. Scraby?
Cardinals.
All right. So after 2 rounds, Scraby leads 7-6. We got time to do the baseball, and then we'll save the playoffs to see how it turns out. AL Central. Scraby, you're first here. AL Central, last year's results. Who was last?
White Sox.
White Sox, he says. Tony?
White Sox.
White Sox won 60 games, though, last year, which was about a 20-game improvement.
Wow.
Pretty good, actually. All right, who was last in the AL East? Scraby.
Orioles.
Orioles, last place. Tony, who'd you have?
Word up, Orioles.
Orioles. They were just behind the Rays. It was close. AL West. Scraby, who was last?
I forgot this was a team for a long time, but the Angels.
Forgot there was a team? What does that mean?
They just don't register with me.
All right. Angels. Tony, who'd you go with?
Yes, the Angels.
Both got it right. Yeah, the A's finished ahead of the Angels. It wasn't like that most of the season. All right, you guys are doing well. 10-9. Tony still down 1. NL Central. Tony first. Who do you got? NL Central.
Pirates.
Pirates. Scrabe?
Same. Pirates.
How about the East? Tony. NL
Nationals.
East. Nationals. Scraby?
I'm going to be a gentleman, and I'm going to say the Marlins, but I think that's wrong.
You are a gentleman. It was the Nationals.
Dang it.
The Marlins finished third, actually, even ahead of the Braves.
I knew they had a good year. Man.
We're tied again. I don't
That
need to
was
ask you
terrible.
guys the West. The Rockies, we all know.
I think we can fit in the playoff teams.
All right, 12-12. You want to do the playoff teams real quick?
Yep.
Okay.
Here we go.
All 6. Scraby, you're first on the American League. I won't say who's right.
Okay, I'm
Just
gonna
give
name
me
them.
6. You get 6 guesses.
Tigers, Guardians, Yankees, Blue Jays, Mariners, Red Sox.
Anthony, you're 6.
Blue Jays, Guardians, Tigers, Mariners, Red Sox, Yankees.
You guys both went 6 for 6. Good job. 18-18. NL, Tony. Who were the 6 playoff
Padres.
teams in the NL? Tony, go.
Padres, Cubs, Phillies, Brewers, Reds, Doyers.
Same
Scraby,
exact
any
thing.
differences?
Nope. Same exact thing.
And we are tied at 24.
Yeah.
I have the all-time tiebreaker for you guys.
Wow.
He was ready.
How much
was
time?
ready.
How much time do you have, Scraby? I want to give you
1 minute.
1 minute. All right, within a minute, you have to make this up in your mind and come up with it. Well, you got to come up with it.
Okay.
How many games did the 14 last place teams that we named, baseball and football, how many games total did those 14 teams lose?
Oh my gosh!
Closest without going over wins the Fantabulous Game Show today.
I'm going to need some time to calculate. I mean, this is crazy.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
Well,
Obviously,
how much time do you want?
We're
if I
not
give you the
get
whole
it.
break, you'll
Give us the break.
I need to use a calculator.
I don't think you get the break.
All right.
You got a minute.
All right, we can use a calculator. Then I'm willing to. I'm willing to
go.
do it.
We might even.
You
hold
don't
us
have
the
to
end
get
of
it
the
right.
segment.
You just the closest without going over. You got 6 baseball teams. How much do you figure they all lost?
I'm removing the hard sync, which means we are locked in, guys.
What does that mean?
Means that we're not going to automatically go to break.
Oh, okay. 6 baseball teams. How many did they lose? The last place teams, approximately. And then you got 8 last place NFL teams. Add those numbers together. Give me your response. Closest without going over. And you have to write it down so that I trust you won't change it once the other person says theirs. 24-24. You both missed the Lions. Tony missed the Browns, and Scraby missed the Nationals. Otherwise, you got them all. You guys did pretty well. All right, these guys are hard at work. Are you guys sweating?
A little
Is there beads of sweat rolling down?
This was not my favorite.
But this is part of what I do when you guys ask me a Chris versus the fans.
Yeah,
Say
that's
how
true.
many
That's
how many rebounds does a guy have? I don't know. I just kind of have to guesstimate.
All right, I got a number.
Got a number. All right, Tony, when you're ready with a number. Total losses. All right, here's the rules. Again, closest without going over. But if you both go over, then it'll be closest again. So we have to have a winner. Tony, you ready with your answer? Let me know. He's nervous. You guys are a little nervous, aren't you?
I'm ready.
The whole
ready.
Fantabulous Game Show is on the line. How many losses total did the 4 NFL last place teams plus the 6 last placed Major League Baseball teams have in 2025?
We just have to get close.
Yeah,
you don't need to get it right.
Wins,
It's closest without going over. You don't have to be right. Not at all. Scraby, I'll let you go first.
All right.
Why not? You're the challenger.
My scientific approach to this came out to 596.
596. Do you want to share? Oh, no, don't share how you. Well, no, Tony's already got his answer. So how did you arrive at that? Did you have any?
I went and I looked and I just said 90 losses for the Angels, 102 for the White Sox. You gave us that. Orioles 90, Rockies 110, Pirates 85, Marlins.
So you actually added them all up.
Yes.
And then you did NFL on top of that. 596. All right, Tony, what do you have? Closest without going over.
I got 637.
637. How did you come up with that, Tony?
I kind of did similar. I was off by 1, but I made up for it with some of the other stuff. I did 101. I did 100. Right. I had an 85 loss team, and I remembered the 414 losses for the NFL teams. I remembered the 11 loss team for the Saints, and so that left me with just having to kind of guess the last one. So then, boom.
Oh no, I did the math wrong. I'm just hoping it's not as much. I added NFL wins instead of losses.
Oh, that should be way off then.
Yeah.
I think that's going to cost you.
It might cost me.
The total number of losses for all those teams was 686. Tony is closer. He wins the Fantabulous Sports Game Show today because of Scraby's faulty math.
Oh, no. I don't know why I did that.
So you added up the baseball losses, but then you put in the football team's wins.
I was
oh, my God.
Let me see. If I would have done this, let me see.
It probably would have been over 637.
Oh, wow.
That was another memorable moment from the Fantabulous Sports Game Show, I'll tell you that. We better get to break.
Hold on.
We'll sort it all out when we return, but Tony's got the victory.
I would have said 662.
Yeah, well, you didn't. So sorry about that, sir. He's incredible. I don't know. It's a different way to do it today. We'll probably go back to the other next week, but hope we had some fun. The Chris versus the Fans is next. And what is before they try, what is the heat index they're facing? Do we know? Or
Well, you could look up the Scoville on a ghost pepper.
Yeah.
It's one of the world's hottest. There's a couple of hotters.
Scoville's the measurement unit.
The X pepper and all of that.
Thanks for the education, because I did not know.
I've allowed milk and bread, but if I was
So
asked,
tell us the actual rules of this. Like
the rule
Just
is,
wanna see if you can do it, I guess.
you guys alternate spoonfuls until one of you can't.
One of you can't do it anymore.
Yeah.
That's not happening.
Until you can't do it anymore.
I will take
And
one.
the winner,
spoonful of
Scrady,
this.
has a jar of a couple of my jars.
I think they
products.
both are winners if they pass
Hold on a
this.
second.
I hate to
Winners.
say, yeah.
Yeah, of course.
There will be no back and forth. There will be one spoonful.
Now,
This is the one that he has right now.
The 38?
Maybe.
Okay. All right.
Now, this right here, I've been putting on some of my turkey burgers.
Good stuff.
This is hot.
Okay.
All right, are we doing
All
it?
right, here we go.
All right. Let's
Adam's
do it.
ready.
This is a
There,
full
away he goes.
spoonful
He
of
does
the-
have a full spoonful
He
for those
does.
listening on
This
that.
is
I'm literally sweating watching him
That's
do
a
this
full
right
spoon?
now. That's a full spoon.
all
For
right.
sure.
That is a full
down the
spoon.
hatch we go.
All right.
And man, he went the whole thing. He did not.
My
He did
turn?
not trickle that down the throat. He
He
just.
hasn't reached for the milk yet.
Scraby's coming over.
When does the heat kick in?
Oh,
I knew it.
When does the heat kick in? Wow.
You better go, dude.
There goes Scraby.
They
Scraby,
both did.
did you swallow that, Scraby? Yeah.
That is some good stuff.
It's delicious.
delicious.
We're gonna see
Tasty.
it. I'm gonna watch you now.
I'm feeling it already. Adam, are you?
No.
He's
Adam's
feeling good.
feeling nothing. All right, so take another spoonful, Adam. You'll win.
Oh, come on. Now we're double dipping.
Yeah, he's all
you
one
can't put your
spoonful.
same
That's
spoon
not
in
what the
there.
competition's all about.
We always said
Spoonful
that.
two.
Yeah, go for
Oh
it.
yeah.
I always said that Adam Klug was kind of had a.
I at least used a different spoon. No double dipping.
All right.
I didn't know where. I don't.
I
Think
always
it
thought
matters.
Adam Klug had a cold persona, but evidently it's just the opposite.
All right.
Big
He
boss
is
Michael
handling
Valenzuela
this.
in the
Wait, wait,
YouTube
no,
chat,
dog.
by the way.
What you waiting on? You laughing at drip in your hand. Oh, okay.
Scraby, where are you? Let me see.
Okay.
I'm just looking at Adam, and Adam's not having any problem at all.
Look at you, Adam.
Adam is backed up.
But this
I must tell you, Tony,
wait,
that Adam has cashed the check.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
he
he
did.
cashed
You said
his
I wouldn't be
check.
able to cash
I
it.
did.
No, you
I
cashed
sure
it,
did.
man.
You proved
cashed
me
it
wrong,
for
my
sure.
friend. I
Scraby,
gotta tell you though, this is further proof that whatever we got him with that
the
tie,
tie thing,
was
yeah, 'cause
super weak.
this is less than a 10,
he's
right?
He's over here having a difficult time.
You're turning a little red,
The time
Scraby.
was just as bad.
You're turning a
This
little
hit me
red.
By the way,
faster.
this is delicious.
Oh my
Oh,
God!
he's
He's
going
taking
for
another one.
Yes.
Come on, Adam. Wow, you're gonna have to come back in 6 months with like an 88.
Oh.
It's 38.
We'll have to go with the higher Scoville next time.
All right. Oh, wow. Look at this guy. He's talking trash now.
Well, he
I haven't had a sip of milk or bread.
He hasn't even reached for it.
No, he doesn't
came out
even
of the
need the
gates
bread.
talking trash.
All right.
All right. Now
Hey,
I'm
man.
going to take another one.
What?
Well,
Why
you
are
gotta
doing
hold
this
another
to
spoon?
yourself.
No, because I don't want.
You don't want Adam to say
He,
he
by
has
the way,
sweet sauce,
yeah, he
baby.
get the whole
Full spoon,
get the same
baby.
thing that like he's dropping it all in there.
Keep the studio clean.
It's all anybody's
Big
worried
boss
about.
Michael watching over here. Come on.
Ooh, boy, Scrabe, get back in front of the camera. Your face is red, Scrabe, isn't it, Tony? Are you
I'm
seeing
sweating.
the same thing?
You are sweating. Your face is definitely.
Why do you keep doing this?
You're not feeling anything?
Adam isn't even
Anything?
moved over
I
there.
feel a 1 or maybe a 2 out of 10 here.
Wow.
Adam
That's ridiculous
Klug.
because I'm.
Wow.
Adam Klug is a tough
Maybe
son
not
of a
bent
gun.
over the trash can.
No,
over
I had
there.
to spit.
I was going to say, it looks like Adam Klug may be producing the rest of the show because he's fine. Scraby may need
Scraby's
to
going
go
to
get
bed. Yeah, you know,
assistance.
here's want
Frank-
the milk, dude. It might
Frank
work
predicted
better.
that.
No.
Oh, did he?
Frank
Scraby's having
predicted that.
bread.
Oh yeah, that Adam would just cruise through this with
Frank
no problem.
predicted this.
He did.
Frank on the last show.
I
said
know you
Adam
had
would
it
have
like
no
that.
problem.
He did.
I got a newfound respect from Tony Gwynn Jr.
Yes,
over here.
you do.
So-
all right.
So Scraby has the prizes for you, Adam. You have one, a jar of the ghost
You can
pepper
have as much of this
salsa
as you want at all
and
times.
the
Yeah.
Mr. Lane's Roasty 38 chili powder.
You should let me have that chili powder though. I think I do. I think I would do more damage.
Started
with
off
this.
giving me the mild. My
And what is before they try, what is the heat index they're facing? Do we know? Or
Well, you could look up the Scoville on a ghost pepper.
Yeah.
It's one of the world's hottest. There's a couple of hotters.
Scoville's the measurement unit.
The X pepper and all of that.
Thanks for the education, because I did not know.
I've allowed milk and bread, but if I was
So
asked,
tell us the actual rules of this. Like
the rule is,
see if you can do it. I guess
you guys alternate spoonfuls until one of you can't.
One of you can't do it anymore.
Yeah.
That's not happening.
Until you can't do it anymore.
I will take
And
one.
The winner,
spoonful of
Scrady,
this.
has a jar of a couple of my jars.
I think they
products.
both are winners if they pass
Hold on
this.
one second.
I hate to
Winners.
say, yeah.
Yeah, of course.
There will be no back and forth. There will be one spoonful.
Now,
this is the one that he has right now.
The 38?
Maybe.
Okay. All right.
Now, this right here, I've been putting on some of my turkey burgers.
Good stuff.
This is hot.
Okay.
All right, are we doing
All
it?
right, here we go.
All right. Let's
Adam's
do it.
ready.
This is a
There,
full
away he goes.
spoonful
He
of
does
the-
have a full spoonful
He
for those
does.
listening.
This
on that.
is
I'm literally sweating watching him
That's
do
a
this
full
right
spoon?
now. That's a full spoon.
all
For
right.
sure.
That is a full
down the
spoon.
hatch we go.
All right.
And man, he went the whole.
Welcome back in to the 4 o'clock hour. 5 o'clock here in Peoria, Arizona. 504-404 to be exact. Tony Gwynn Jr., Chris Sullo, Matt Scraby. I'm laughing at that'll never not be funny. Excuse me, glance. I giggle out loud every time that plays.
Excuse me.
Oh, that one?
Yeah.
And that was legit, too. That was just a complete malfunction of the mouth.
Excuse me.
It like happened twice in like the quickest little period of time, and you just gave it like, yeah, that's
it's not happening.
Not happening over here. Excuse me.
It's just so
That's like 6 years old, isn't it? At least, but it's pretty funny.
I think it's time for me to move on from some of these opens.
Not that one.
No,
Not
it's
that
kind of
one.
like the Wild World of Sports thing when I told you guys the agony of defeat. They used to change the little highlights that went along with that. They never changed the agony of defeat because they just felt that represented it the best, the ski jumper falling. So I think you got to stick with that, Scrabe.
All right.
Yeah, no, that one stays for sure.
Yeah.
All right, we need to get right to some Chris versus the fan. If you want to get on, try to beat Chris, 833-288-0973. It's already 4:05. We went a little long trying to rack our minds together, do a little addition. It's not easy to do on the spot like that.
Especially if you do subtraction halfway through.
Yeah, especially if you add up the wrong side of the column. An idiot.
Yeah, Chris. Scrabe, that was a very Scrabe move. Right
I can
there.
always count on something interesting to happen in the Fantabulous Sports
sure
Game
can.
Show. Thanks to you, Scraby.
Scrabe usually provides that interesting thing for
Yes,
us
he does.
all the time. All right, let's get to some Chris versus fan.
If you had one shot, one opportunity to take down the human almanac himself,
howdy do.
Now is your time.
Listen to me, this guy is dangerous.
Now is your opportunity to win a prize.
Well, I hope you know what you're in for.
Chris versus the Fans starts now on 97.3 The Fan.
All right. We got a couple things to go over here. We have a new prize for the week, and then we'll go over the rules. But you will be qualified for a chance to win a pair of tickets to Zach Bryan at Snapdragon Stadium on July 31st. Tickets are on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. What is going on?
There's just weird things happening all over the place. So, you get the little notifications. I just got one from Threads, and I'm going to say Torrey Hunter. You guys remember the outfielder?
Yep.
His tag name is T-Nuts something.
What?
Right? So
That is funny.
That's not the funny part. It flashes across my thing, and it's his tag, his what do you call that?
Screen name.
His screen name, and it says at the bottom, "You are now following them." and it said them too. So I'm sorry. I'm having a good old time in my own head.
Hey, I like that. It's good. The rules.
You get holed up in them hotel rooms for very long. That kind of stuff starts being interesting. I get it.
It does. It does. You're right. All right, go ahead.
You have to make it through 3 questions. Each question will get more difficult. If you get the question right, you move on. If you get it wrong and Chris gets it right, you are eliminated. But if Chris gets it wrong, then you move on to the next question, or you win if you're a first-time player. My goodness, Chris.
What was that?
I have no idea. That was
what is
was
happening
frightening.
right now? Oh my
Just
gosh.
let us know before you get into it. And yeah, that was that threw me for a loop. Okay, let's get to our first contestant. We also still have the qualification for a trip to spring training, or for the Padres Giants tickets. I'm sorry. So stay tuned for that. Our first contestant today will be, it just says private.
Okay.
They just
hello
private. Okay. Yeah, this is why I shouldn't have done that. That was my fault. Let's go to the problem is every one of these guys have played like 30,000 times.
I love how the same people get on there.
I'm sorry, guys. I have to clear it.
There's other people. Oh, wow.
Wow.
I'm sorry. We can't have this. We can't have the same 5 callers every day. They
We
gotta
don't have
open
the
it up.
same 5. If I'm those people, I may, never talk to you again.
This guy is just clearing lines.
Well,
Wow.
and half of them came right back on anyway. They know how to play the game.
All right.
This is atrocious.
And you know what I hate? I hate to do this to our guy Rod, our biggest fan, but I'm sorry, Rod.
You hanging up on him again?
No, I'm just letting it ring.
Oh my goodness, you're tough.
Wow.
All right, you guys can be at the.
Wow.
There we go. Thank you everyone for calling back in. Let's go to Troy. How about that?
Hello, Troy. How are you?
Hi, Troy.
Hey, how you guys doing?
We're good.
Congratulations on getting in, by the way.
No kidding.
Thank you so much.
Well, not only getting in, but for
player.
First time player.
Good on you getting in, but even better on you that Scraby allowed you to get in. So
It's amazing.
I'm sorry.
I feel.
I owe Scraby.
Yeah.
Oh, you owe me.
Don't ever owe him because he'll make you
Let me
pay.
just address this right now.
Now you wanna
I
address
like
it.
everyone who called in,
No, he doesn't.
but I can't keep going to you. We need more not fans. We need more players. I'm just stepping all over
that's
it right
that's
now.
kind of what you're insinuating is that we need more fans.
No,
I'm just saying that's how it sounds. Anyway, let's get to this game.
Question number 2.
Second question. Which former Aztec basketball player won the NBA Slam Dunk competition over the weekend?
Troy.
Oh, wow.
You didn't watch the slam dunk contest, you and nobody else. Exactly.
Unfortunately, I did not watch any of the NBA All-Star stuff. I was celebrating Valentine's Day all weekend.
Smart of you, Troy.
Good man. Good man.
That'll carry you a lot further than a silly prize will carry you, so it's okay.
I would have to say the only one, Mitchell.
Okay.
Donovan Mitchell.
No,
Right?
Matt Mitchell, I believe.
Or Matt
is
Mitchell.
what he
It
would
doesn't
say.
matter.
Former Aztec.
Oh, is it? Did you say
Did you not
former
listen to the
Aztec?
question?
Did
Yeah,
you
I
say
said
former
former.
Aztec?
I did.
Yeah, the answer is Keyshawn Johnson won it. Good for him too. And there was
Came out.
Oh, you just got it.
there was a good video of him
Sorry, Troy.
sharing the news with his parents after he had won, and everyone was going, really excited.
I feel like we have the same conversation every year, but it needs to go. No one cares anymore.
Some people think that the All-Star weekend was a success this time.
I think people think the All-Star game was
Yeah.
a success this year.
I will
for
say
sure.
one thing. Kawhi Leonard scored 31 points in 12 minutes of that one game. That's ridiculous.
Were they playing defense?
I don't,
Yeah, well, they
Some.
gave the type of effort that I think people wanted to see ultimately.
So how did he score 31 points in a quarter?
I mean,
Incredible.
It's Kawhi Leonard we're talking about.
Yeah,
now. This
no
guy
kidding.
can fill it up.
All right, let's go to Jose. Hello, Jose. Hello.
Congratulations, Jose. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, you made it through. We're going to start giving people a prize just for getting on the air.
I know, at
One
this point.
day.
All right, let's go. First question. Which starter from last year's Padre team led the Padres in, wait for it, Cactus League strikeouts?
Oh,
Practice League strikeout.
Correct.
Michael King. Oh, Michael missed a lot of spring training. He didn't pitch in very many games.
Was this a 1 or a 2 or a?
This was a 1.
A 1?
This is a numero
I gave a bunch of hints.
When did you do that?
In the question.
What?
Which starter from last year's Padre team led the Padres in Cactus League strikeouts?
Vasquez.
Wow.
He couldn't wait to hit that button.
I know.
The answer is Dylan Cease.
That's my other one. Those are my 2 finalists.
All right. Well, on the question number 2.
Still alive.
What is the type of animal for Miami's mascot? Are we talking
Miami?
Which
college.
Miami? Oh, well, there's 2 Miami colleges.
The actual Miami, not Miami of Ohio.
Oh, okay. The University of Miami.
Yeah, correct.
What is their mascot?
Coral Gables. What kind of animal is it?
Oh.
Like a bird.
Just stop right there, sir.
It is indeed.
Is it like, it's not a pelican, but
No.
what is it? It's like
something.
It's like a hurricane bird.
No.
It's like a long-legged, is it long neck or
Is
long
it a
legs?
stork?
No, it's not quite a stork. Sebastian the ibis.
Oh,
IBIS.
You give me 75 guesses. I would have never.
I would probably not get that either. Just go with bird. Winner. I would have got ibis, so he wins either way.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Question number 3, chance for the win. What country won the last Men's World Cup?
That was Argentina.
Wow.
Oh, we got ourselves a winner.
Thank goodness. I had no idea who won, so I'm glad you got it.
Oh, that was tough, guys.
Chris, would you have gotten that?
No. I mean, I
No.
could have guessed it, but I hadn't got there in my mind yet. I was still in Europe somewhere. Trying to figure out who was there.
Flying around somewhere.
Yeah,
I was still in
I
Europe.
hadn't advanced to South America. By the way, has anybody noticed South America just doesn't do anything in the Winter Olympics? They have like they have no contestants, they have no athletes.
This is they're tropical people, man. They're out there.
Well, I guess Argentina has Patagonia, or is that Chile?
I don't know. I think
Chile?
one Brazil guy won something, and they had a big celebration.
I was watching the Jamaican team last night do some bobsleighing. Great.
By the way,
were you really? Or
I
you
was.
just making
No, I
that
was.
up?
I was.
It wasn't Bob.
I actually. Go ahead.
No,
Chris.
he just calls it bobsleighing. He just likes to throw that in our face.
Oh, he said slang. I didn't even pay attention to it.
But the gal who won the 41-year-old United States
Mono
gal won
bob?
why do they call it the mono bob? It should be the mono sleigh, or shouldn't it be?
No, I mean both
what's a
words
bob?
start with Bob.
Whatever.
Both words start with
Whatever.
Bob.
You know what I watched was the what is that? The long ski jump, where they jump off the thing and they're just like leaning forward.
Yeah, that's wild,
dude. That
I would
is
never.
super wild. Oh my heart was through my chest watching these dudes, and none of them fell. They all came off of it like leaning. They might as well have been like this as they came down.
They are,
and they get the skis down. They slide on in, and I think my man was like 130. It was 130 meters. I think something along those lines. And it was like, that's not going to win it. You know, you're going to have to get between like 135 and 140. And then when you see 140, it's like, that's crazy.
That is crazy.
It's a crazy sport.
Crotchgate, man.
And then, of course, I got some, it was a bad showing for us Americans, but watched a little curling. The women, they got smoked by Italy.
At least we didn't cheat.
Night.
Oh, yeah. This is a big thing in the Winter Olympics update.
We're going to get to that.
This might be bigger than the cheating before the Olympics.
No, it's bigger than Spygate, Deflategate. I mean, it's cheating in the Olympics,
And
and then
guess what?
having the guy, and then being called a bunch of bad names by the guy that cheated.
Yeah, and apparently swearing while you're playing curling
He
is one
totally
of the
swore. He didn't-
worst things that you could ever do.
I will say, in defense of the country of Canada, they were not pleased at this person's behavior out there.
Well, yeah, because he's cheating and he's mad at people for catching him
It did not look too good.
Can't double touch now.
Did anybody watch? We got a second. Did you watch Houston, Iowa State at all, Tony, last night? Basketball.
I tried to. I had to get some sleep.
Some sleep. I got to be honest with you. My new favorite player in college basketball, other than an Aztec, is Kingston Flemings. If you haven't seen this guy play,
State?
No, Houston, freshman,
from Houston?
number 4.
Oh, I haven't seen
He's
him,
a freshman. He had a 42-point game earlier against Texas Tech. Had 22 last night. He's got it like going to be a top 5 pick probably. So it's not out of nowhere.
Oh,
but I'd never seen him play before.
I've seen him. Yeah.
I was pretty impressed, I will say, for a young guy. Keep an eye on him from Houston if you get a minute.
All right, let's get to break. When we come, where we going when we come back?
I couldn't decide because I know Chris really wants to talk about this Kansas State coach. I'm not sure if we have enough time for it in this next segment. So we'll figure it. We'll
coaches
discuss.
run amok, I think, is what we can call
Coaches run amok. This
More
is
Gwynn
built for
Chris after traffic when we return.
From the
base coaches in harm's way this year. Just wait till one of them gets hit with a line drive. They'll have to change this rule in a hurry, Tony. 4:25 is the time. Crisello, Tony Gwynn Jr. down in Peoria, and Scraby here at the Odyssey Palace Studios. Baseball, in an effort to curb tipping pitches, one of the things they're going to do, Tony, they're going to tell the base coaches they have to be within the box now until what, the pitch is made?
I think so. They're just
that's not going to be enough time to get out of the way. One of these, the reason I think most of them stand way down the line is because they don't want to get crushed, right?
Yeah. Well, they've. It's not the standing down the line, I think, is the issue.
Right.
The issue is them standing outside of that box. If they stood further down the field, I don't think there'd be much of a problem. But this is being instituted because a lot of the pitch picking is coming from
the base coach,
first or third base coach, but you're not going down the line in order to do it. You're probably moving up the line or further down just a little bit so you can get the angle you're looking for.
Well, I used to think maybe it was a little overkill having base coaches wear helmets. I've always felt awful about the incident that happened in the minor leagues with Mike Coolbaugh, obviously many years ago, and the guy got killed by a line drive coaching first base. But I've also never seen any other base coach get hit in the head with a line drive. However, having said that, now that they have to stand in the box, the helmet is the least they should wear. They might have to put some of that Barry Bonds garb on just in case. They're not like
Would they ever move the box
Manny
back?
pulls one down the line. I mean, you're done. If it hits you.
Do you think they would ever move the box more towards the dugout to get him out of line drive
more harm's way? I don't know. Tony, they'd have to redesign a lot of the fields for that, would they not?
I mean, you've just been saying you've only seen one dude get hit. I mean, if that's the case, then what's the problem keeping them in the box? Then it doesn't happen.
I don't know
that
because
much.
now they're much closer. I felt like they had a chance to get out of the way before, and now I don't know. Anyway, all right. I mean, baseball doing what they do. Are we talking about the NBA draft at all in the Big Five?
You mean the tanking?
Okay, that
Mark
we can go into that in that subject. Okay. Because there's interesting stuff happening with the draft.
Are we going to break now or are we going to 32?
No, we're going to break now. Scraby wants full time for his Big Five.
I got lots of great topics.
Okay,
sure.
I'm sure
You better live up to the hype, buddy.
Yeah.
Ben and Woods on the
33 here in Peoria, Arizona. Matt Scraby, Chris Ello back at the Odyssey, Empire, Palace, whatever you want to call it. It's only 4:33 there.
Yeah.
Looks like
we're actually supposed to call it the Bill Howe Studios because we know how.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Bill Howe, we know how. There you go.
Thanks, Tony.
You could have just let it roll, Scrape. You didn't have to say thanks, Tony.
Well, you did beat me in the Fantabulous game show today, so
that wasn't my fault. That was actually your fault.
I know.
Yes, right. You should have won the game by all rights. You miscalculated your own.
Did you see my head just fall in
addition.
shame?
Yeah, it was a complete, mess up. By the way, did you guys get my photo? I'm sure you did. My friend took of Tony at the senior night soccer with his daughter the other night. Very good of you, Tony.
Yes, I hearted your message just so you're not mad at me.
You
okay?
did. Yeah, I'm not mad. But we have spies everywhere apparently, Tony.
See.
So I mean, people sending me pictures of you at senior night. So better mind your P's and Q's out there, people.
It was a really good game too. Unfortunately, we ended up on the wrong side of it, but nonetheless,
you by the way, Tony was wearing 14 jackets and a ski mask. I mean, he was so cold over there.
I didn't have a ski.
I mean,
mask.
a ski hat, not a mask.
No, it was cold. It was cold. I wasn't about to be cold. All right, let's. Scraby's he says he's got a good big five. So let's get to it.
It's that time of the show when we check on the latest in sports. Only the most important topics and questions are brought to light.
Stop what you're doing and listen.
These news stories will astound and amaze you. The one, the only.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
The Big Five starts now on 97.3 The Fan.
All right, we're gonna get right into it because we have some audio from a guy who I've met this man several times.
Really,
very nice guy.
I met him?
Yes, of course.
Oh,
but Bob Nightingale of USA Today.
Yeah, I know Bob.
He seems like he hates the Padres whenever he talks about them, and we've already dealt with the Padres are going to trade Fernando this offseason because they can't afford his contract.
But he wasn't the only one saying that. Ken Rosenthal started that one, and I immediately went, "What the hell is he talking about?"
Was one of the original
And if we're keeping it a buck, Kevin wrote about it early in the offseason. Dennis wrote about it early in the offseason.
I'm only focused on Bob Nightingale.
Yeah, I know.
All you got to listen to is Chris Ella, who told you it was all Fugazi, people.
Fugazi.
Fugazi.
Mr. Nightingale's back at it. He was on with Foul Territory, and they asked him about the contracts in San Diego, the sale in San Diego, and here's what Bob Nightingale said.
They spent a lot of money. I mean, when Peter Satter was alive, it was almost like the George Steinberg days, get whoever you want. I mean, the only reason they got Xander Bogaerts, who got $280 million, is they were offering over $350 million for Trey Turner. And they were willing to go over $400 million, even more, for Aaron Judge, but he wanted to go back to the Yankees. So they spent a lot of money. Now they're kind of up against it. So I think a year from now, it'll be fascinating to see what big contract has to go. And the one guy everybody talks about is Tatis, because his contract is certainly tradable.
All right, there you go. His contract is tradable. It's a team-friendly contract. No one can deny that it's not a team-friendly contract. So, Tony, you're going to be up first here. Why does Bob Nightingale, and I'll add this, and co. want this to happen so bad? Why do they want Fernando out of San Diego so bad?
I don't think they want Fernando out of San Diego so bad. I think you're only paying attention to it because it's your team and the guy that's on your team. I think they do this literally with every team that has these type of deals. We get to some point in the contract and everybody starts talking about, no matter who it is, well, they're going to probably move them based off of this, and this, and this. And so the conversation begins. Does that mean it's going to happen? Absolutely not. And I think he would tell you that if you asked him. But I just think if everybody feels away because none of us want to see Toddy go ultimately, and I don't think he's going to be going anywhere.
I'm sorry. He can never play for another team again. He's locked in. He's locked in.
Is that what it is?
I mean, it would be so sad to see him be traded. I would be devastated if he was traded. Anyway, Chris,
much
what
like
do you
the
think?
White Sox fans were when he was traded here.
Oh, they were devastated.
Right.
They had no idea.
They had no idea who he was.
No.
Chris, what do you think?
Yeah,
about this?
I'm going to stick up for my guy here. Bob, I've known Bob longer than you, so I'm going to go with Bob on this one. He's doing what the job now requires.
Yeah.
You don't have to present facts anymore before you put
This is
something
an
out
opinion.
there.
This is an
right?
opinion.
You put something out there, you kind of, you try to make it sound like it's a kind of an educated guess, and you explain your reasons why, and then you write it, and that's allowed now. There's many years ago you couldn't even have done that unless you had some sort of, somebody on an insider, a source telling you they're thinking of trading him. So he's just doing what everybody else is doing right now. And, if you do this enough times, I think they've all come to find they're going to get one or two of them right. But I don't think this one will be right.
All right.
Sorry.
Sorry that question didn't go to where you wanted it to, buddy.
You didn't need to be sorry. You guys gave me the truth.
You did.
All right. I toyed with why is Shohei Ohtani get cleared after 1 week, but Emmanuel Clase has a 3-year trial or 3-year investigation process, but I didn't. Okay.
Well, I know my answer.
It's pretty simple. Yeah, it's pretty simple.
Shohei makes a lot of money for Major League Baseball. Okay.
One was caught illegally, or allegedly, illegally making bets about pitches he was throwing.
Okay. The NBA announced.
And the Shohei thing has been asked and answered like 100 times.
I know. And that's why I put it on the cutting room floor and then put it back on the 5% reason. The NBA announced a new 11-year, $77 billion deal with multiple platforms to broadcast their games. This deal has been called a game changer for the NBA, but one group of people aren't happy. NFL owners. According to Andrew Marchand of The Athletic, quote, executives at the NFL are irritated. The idea that NBC is paying more for Sunday Night Basketball than for Sunday Night Football. These are people and personalities, and it makes the executives at the NFL crazy that happens. So could they come in and just start to turn the screw because of the NBA deal? Question mark. End quote. NBC is paying roughly $2.5 billion annually for NBA rights, including Sunday Night Basketball, while it currently pays $2 billion annually for Sunday Night Football.
Oh, listen to these whiny.
They're missing out on it's $500 million, but they're not going to feel it.
These cats.
Chris, I've asked this question so many times, but here's another way of asking this. Can the NFL owner unbridled greed end up being the downfall of the NFL?
No, for the millionth time.
Asked and answered.
Asked and answered. They can do whatever they want. They know it. And I'll be honest with you. They might be able to just pull out of this deal with NBC, even if it's against the law, and find a way to extract more money before they give their product back to NBC. I guarantee they're going to look at it.
How are they going to do that?
They'll look at it, Scraby. You know how these things are. They're going to be like, there's a little clause here that we didn't see that says
an
there's
addendum here that it says that
if another league makes more money than us, we can change it right away. Their lawyers are smart enough to put that stuff in. Now all they got to do is go find it again. The NFL can do no wrong. We've already talked. They could put the game on Mars. You're watching, Scrabe, and if there's if Elon Musk has something, ready to take you, you might go.
Would I go to space? Yes, I would actually go to space. Thank you. Tony, can unbridled greed of the NFL owners end up being the NFL's downfall?
No, it can't. I'm sorry, Scrape. I know you really want it to be, but they're really good at their business.
There's only one downfall, Scrape. What is it? Trivia. It's the only downfall that can take the NFL down.
What?
Oh,
gambling?
There you go.
Yeah, fixing games.
There's your answer.
I think that although I think it's hilarious that they're annoyed.
Yeah.
That's the part that annoys me.
Right, like you're that's how a little bit of money they think it is that they're only annoyed that it's a $500 million, $5 billion, whatever it is, that the NBA got more to them. But no, I mean, it's good. They lost on this one. I'm sure the next time they renegotiate their deal, they'll be able to get top dollar for it. And by the way, they got top dollar. It's just NBA reset the market again.
Yes, which all these other teams
I also think that the NBA is different, and from that standpoint, I can see why a station like NBC. I mean, you get let's be real. These guys in the NFL, they got a helmet on their heads. You don't really get to know them other than on the football field. The basketball players, you get to see them. It just feels a little bit closer.
Isn't basketball giving you more
games?
Yeah. I mean,
but they're only doing Sunday
games.
Night Basketball. So
I doubt that's all they're getting for that $2.5 billion.
Because they can do the Peacock. I mean, right now they don't just do Sunday games; they do Peacock games over the week. Yeah.
NBA. I mean, you're paying $2.5 billion for, I don't know, 600 games as opposed to NFL's maybe 250 games.
Yeah,
that should have something to do with it.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, we're gonna go to traffic, and then we'll come back with an Aaron Judge topic.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center. Injured? Demand justice. Demand Jurowitz. 855GetRoss.com. Here's Kelly Danick.
Traffic is sponsored by Creative Repipe. Looks like Caltrans may be running a break westbound 8 near Fairmont. Large potholes reported in the right lane, so you definitely want to take it extra carefully through that area. Also, eastbound 52 before Santo Road, reports of a stalled vehicle. Looks like tow truck is trying to move that out of middle lanes. South Life Coastline, just before Manchester, reports of a stall over to the right shoulder. Don't wait until that water leak in your home becomes a flood. Call Creative Repipe for whole house repipes. Get a 20% discount plus a lifetime warranty. Free estimates with financing available. Visit creativerepipe.com. That's creativerepipe.com. I'm Kelly Danick with Gwynn and Chris, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Number 3.
All right, Aaron Judge fretted, according to the article. I wanted to use the article's word. Fretted, like many Yankees fans, as big-name free agents kept signing elsewhere this offseason. They asked him yesterday, and he said, quote, "It was brutal. Early on, it was pretty tough to watch. I'm like, man, we're the New York Yankees. Let's go out there and get the right people." And he said, let's sign these guys right now. Start adding more pieces because I'm seeing other teams around the league get better. They're making trades. They're signing big prospects or big players. And we're sitting there for a while kind of making smaller moves, end quote. Asked whether he made his thoughts known to the Yankees, he said, yep. Oh, yeah. It was frustrating, but I think we're right where we need to be, end quote. Chris?
Yeah.
You're up first here. Or is it Tony? It's Tony's up first here.
Darn it. All excited.
Darn it, he said. I don't want to ask this. No, I don't. Are the cracks starting the show between Judge and the Yankees? I didn't want to ask it.
Is a divorce imminent?
He said, "Man, we're the New York Yankees," and his owner said they were poor.
The freedom of signing, how big of a deal did he sign? Was it 7 years?
A huge deal, yeah.
It was big, right? The freedom of signing that kind of deal.
9 years, 360.
9 years, 360 gives you the freedom to kind of speak a little off the cuff. And there not be much that can be done. No, I don't think the Steinbrenner's are going to want to trade him.
He also won an MVP.
I don't think Cashman's going to want to release him. He's the second, if not the best player in the league. And so, I think that comes with a little bit of off the cuff. I think you kind of see it here in San Diego. I think Manny, he signed one of them big deals. He speaks freely. He's not sugarcoating
he
it.
Did about AJ Preller.
He's going to tell you how he feels. So, I don't think this means they're headed for divorce. I think, he wasn't lying. I mean, the thing is, he also said something that the whole Yankee fan base was thinking, which was, man, what was taking so long? And they probably in some ways are still thinking it, like we didn't do enough. But I don't think this is means for divorce by any means. This is just a big dog barking a little bit.
Ruff. Chris, Yankees.
You want a Scooby snack too?
Yeah. No, actually not. I wouldn't be able to do my job.
By the way, who did the Yankees sign? They re-signed Bellinger. So I guess that
Trent Grisham
re-signed and re-signed Goldschmidt.
Right.
Look at their roster. They didn't add anybody at all, really.
He felt like they wouldn't even do. I mean, clearly because those guys late.
Yeah, right. They didn't have anybody
doing that at the time.
Yeah, right. Aaron Judge has a say in this. I mean, look, Manny Machado basically joked about AJ getting re-signed, and the next day he was done. This guy's got some pop now. They make more money than the owners practically.
You're not lying there.
Yeah.
You're not lying there. All right.
And I'd want to make Aaron happy because, look, the players have more control than ever, right? If Aaron Judge went a couple years and wasn't happy, guess where he's going? Free agency and elsewhere.
Number 2.
L.A., Chris. That's where he's going.
No kidding.
Come on. All right. So John Shire, the head coach of Duke, claimed last week after North Carolina
What's his nickname, this guy?
Shire the Crier.
That's
I came up with.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's been said before. But against North Carolina, they lost. Duke lost. North Carolina stormed the court. He said one of his assistant coaches got trampled and punched in the face.
Initially he said coaches.
Yes, he made it sound like a whole lot of them was just strung up and
everybody was just
beheaded
them.
or something. Yeah.
Well, the district attorney in this area has put out a tweet basically calling him a liar. So here's the tweet. A week has passed from Jeff Neiman. A week has passed, and what seemed likely is now patently obvious. There is zero evidence that anyone from Duke's basketball program was, quote, punched in the face at the Smith Center last week. Nor is there any evidence that the staffer was, quote, trampled on the floor or, quote, in a complete brawl, for that matter. Some have asked why I'm talking about this. It's certainly not because of a sports rivalry. That's no business of the DA's office, but I've seen firsthand how reckless accusations of violence incite more violence, and that is my business. Someone with the power and influence of a major men's basketball coach should exercise more discretion before just saying things that can have real-world consequences.
Here.
Wow. Okay, Tony, or Chris is up first. I'm
That's
sorry.
right. Get me in there.
Chris, do you agree with this DA?
Well, I don't know what I agree with. I don't know what happened, but I do know that we haven't seen evidence to support any of Shire's claims. Shire, by the way, not only doubled down in his comments, but he said, I could have told you about more stuff I saw that I didn't even tell you about. So he made it, he went out to say now that it was even worse than he said. Nobody's been able to corroborate anything. I'm just guessing because I don't know. But when you're mad about something that happened, and Shire was mad, I think a lot of times you kind of you augment the story a little bit, and I think Shire thought, well, I don't know, a couple guys got pushed a little bit. Sound a lot better if I said they got trampled. I'll make my point a lot better. And then he got double checked on it. And now he's like,
he's got double checked?
Everybody's calling him out on it. Everyone's called him out.
He's going to do what everybody else does.
Right. He's going to stay with it. He's got
Double
it now.
down.
Yeah, what's he going to do? Say, well, you know what? I was lying in the first place. He's not going to say that.
For me, it's really easy. Just put out a picture of this coach with a black eye or something.
Well, there isn't any.
John Shire's like, come over here. Boom!
Yeah, there isn't any. And I think Shire just got caught with a little telling a white lie here. I do. Okay. That's what I think. And, I think he'd be better off just leaving it to go completely so that maybe we'll forget about it. But we will remember it if Duke ever does storm the court in a game. Ever.
True.
So just remember
that. Tony, what do you think about this? Do you agree with the DA here?
Yeah, I don't know if I necessarily agree with the DA, but it's Shire's own fault that me and Chris don't believe him, because he started it out with coaches got punched. Then he later kind of clarified that
one
coach got punched, right. And so that already starts to leave down. And it just felt like initially when he said it, he was emotional about the loss, on top of maybe these kids rushed in and a hand came up and hit somebody in the face. But to say that somebody just flat out just punched their coaches, and there wasn't an all-out melee. Are you kidding me? Like, those dudes for Duke would have been ready to go to war.
Is that what he was talking about? Was he talking about someone actually delivering a punch or someone getting punched in the hubbub?
Either way, he didn't do a job clarifying what he meant. He just said a coach got punched. So, that leads us
sounds like
to
somebody would have stopped what they were doing and thrown a punch.
Yeah.
Right. Versus in the melee of everybody coming in, an arm. I could totally see an arm coming up and hitting somebody in the face. That doesn't mean it's a punch. But, either way, he hasn't been able to produce any video, and he's doing what everybody does. They double down. Even if they lying or have fudged it a little bit. Double down, baby. Triple down if you can.
I'm going to quadruple down.
Be a quad god. Do it 4 times.
When someone completes a 5-spin rotation, what is that called?
Yeah, they'll figure that out when they get to it.
It's above my pay grade. I still got one more. It's about
there's a shape that has 5 sides. What do they call it?
Well, it's a pentagon.
That's a pentagon, but I don't know if you're gonna
Pentagon God.
No, Pentagon.
Pentagon. Oh wow!
I'm done. We're done.
Man, let's go home.
Yeah. Okay.
I got Mark Cuban talking about teams tanking. He's
the
actually
NBA's got some weird stuff going on, Tony. I can't wait to get your thoughts
He's
on
actually
this.
We got to talk about Zach Veen too. I don't know if you guys have seen this. Rocky. We don't usually talk about Rockies, but this is worth it on the other side.
Okay.
Chris, hello. Yeah, we're here in Cooperstown for 97.3 The Fan. So excited, the induction weekend for the great Trevor Hoffman. What a class he's going in with, too. Let's take a look. Of course, Alan Trammell from Kearney High School in San Diego. And then, of course, the Detroit Tigers great shortstop, Jack Morris, in a Tiger uniform there, but I always remember him pitching that 1-0 shutout in Game 7 of the 1991 World Series for the Minnesota Twins. Maybe the greatest postseason pitching performance of all time. Chipper Jones, Padre fans remember him. Every fan of a National League team remembers him because he would come in and do damage to that team. Only the second number 1 overall pick in the Major League Draft, Chipper Jones, to be inducted into the Hall of Fame. The other is Ken Griffey Jr. Vladimir Guerrero. Never met a pitch he couldn't swing at. And powerhouse hitter for the Expos and then, of course, the Angels at the end of his career. Jim Thome, over 600 home runs, mostly with the Cleveland Indians. And then, the guy down here on the end who used to get all these guys out all the time, Trevor Hoffman, the greatest Padre reliever of them all. Two of the greatest outfielders in the history of baseball. Of course, you've got Babe Ruth right here. Ted Williams right over there. I was wondering who the third outfielder would be. And then, of course, it hit me. Tony would be upset if I didn't say that the third outfielder, who will someday probably be displayed right here between these two guys, is obviously Mike Trout. And this is the San Diego Padres locker room here in Cooperstown. Obviously, a couple of jerseys there and hats, gloves, all-star stuff. I think the most interesting thing in this entire display, though, especially this weekend, is a picture in the top corner of Angus Young. He's the guitarist for AC/DC, wearing a Trevor Hoffman uniform, obviously playing Hell's Bells. I know that Trevor went to many AC/DC concerts and was honored by sitting in the front row to watch AC/DC play Hell's Bells in his honor. But there's a picture of Angus Young playing Hell's Bells for Trevor Hoffman, wearing the 51 jersey right there. Crisello, yeah, we're here in Cooperstown for 97.3 The Fan. So excited, the induction weekend for the great...
Into the happy hour. Always happy to go to the happy hour at 5 o'clock. Gwynn and Chris program, 97.3 The Fan from the Bill Howe Studios, where we know how. Scrappy, at the end of this segment, remind yourself to give the trivia question you had so that people can win these 4-pack of tickets to a Padres spring training game.
That's a good point.
At the Peoria Sports Complex. And if you win those today, wait for the question. Don't call in yet. But if you win them, you would qualify for a shot at a grand prize. 4 tickets to see Padres v. Giants at Petco Park on April 1st.
All right, I got my note.
All right, so we'll do that here in this segment. Also, coming up, we'll recap all of the moves the Padres made over the last 3 days. Busy times for the Friars, and hopefully, I was going to say hopefully they all work out, but the good news is they don't all have to work out. Really, just a few of them. And Padres will come out looking pretty good there. Speaking of pretty good, Michigan's basketball team, they have been hammering Purdue all night long and continue to hammer Purdue here. 64-48 midway through the second half. Michigan on the road.
I can't bet on Purdue anymore.
Yeah, I don't know what to do with them. They seem to win when I don't want them to, and vice versa. I will say this, Michigan. Go ahead. Sorry.
Can I give you guys some good news?
Yes, please.
Because I know you guys haven't seen it yet. This comes from our guy, Kirk, Mr. Kinney.
Oh.
Says San Diego State is addressing attendance issues for football games, lowering 2026 season ticket prices 4% to 12% for most seats and as much as 35% on some seats for the 6-game home schedule at Snapdragon Stadium. Another significant change, the Stadium Excellence Gift charge has been eliminated. The charge, which helped pay for the $310 million stadium, ranged from $100 to $1,500 depending on the ticket package. Included in an email targeting SDSU season tickets renewals was a message from SDSU AD John David Wicker, and I'll read you the message real quick. I'll read you some of it. It's kind of long, honestly. Aztec Nation, we've heard from you. Over the past few seasons, ticket prices became a major point of contention within our community. For many fans, the total cost of attending games fell out of reach. When fewer fans are in the stadium, the energy shifts, and that's not the home field advantage our students athletes deserve. As we prepare to compete in the Pac-12 conference, we are focused on strengthening the connection between our team and the San Diego community and building an atmosphere worthy this next chapter. This is about more than pricing. It's about community. It's about pride. It's about packing the stadium, because the truth is simple. You determine what makes us great. So boom, bomb, bing.
Well, it doesn't matter how they get there. They got to get there.
Yeah,
And,
they got to get there.
Yeah,
Right.
They're at least trying.
And good for them. Good for them. We haven't been as, all that critical about it here. Because
I think we kind of have.
Yeah, I mean, we've taken our shots, but we haven't.
We definitely have talked about
harangued on it too much.
No,
I think it's been pretty clear, and they've they gave their reasons why they didn't think they could lower the prices, and I thought a lot of those reasons, made okay sense. But the bottom line is you're going to have to do what you got to do here, because the kids themselves deserve a full stadium. They just do. They work too hard, and the team's doing too well. So hope that'll happen.
Cool.
Very good news, Tony Gwynn Jr.
That is good news.
Yeah.
Now go to that NBA thing.
I come bearing good news sometimes.
No, Zach Veen and then the NBA. The NBA thing is NBA's crazy things could be happening. I don't know if you're, both in on how crazy things are getting. I will tell you in a minute. But first, Zach Veen, the Rockies outfielder. What's happened to this guy? Either he's melted the Hulk, or he inhaled a balloon and hasn't breathed out yet.
43 pounds of weight gain over the offseason. Now, the importance of this story probably is that he, according to this piece that was done, it said he was able to kick an addiction, substance addiction, and that led to him help gaining 43 pounds. If you've seen Zach Veen, he's a long, wiry, kind of skinny guy. He doesn't look that way no more. Looking at his BP, he looks like a bodybuilder.
Well, we saw him. Scraby and I saw him pretty much up close last year, left field.
I'm just gonna roll the video so everybody can see, because what's being said is not necessarily that important. Go ahead.
Because we were out there in left field during the. We had the fun party seats out there.
Yes.
And he was playing left field that night, and he did look scrawny.
I mean, look at him now, Chris.
Yeah.
On the screen.
I'm trying.
It's a
I don't
different
see
look
anything.
right here. Different human being. It's a different human.
My page is buffering.
Oh my gosh.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm just telling you, it's buffering. I can't see
here. We're going back, Chris, so you can see it. He gets.
Oh no! What happened? Here?
Right there.
He's gone.
There
gone.
he is.
Chris is gone.
Now I'm gone.
Oh my!
Chris is.
There he is. I got him. I see him.
Where did you go?
Yeah, we don't see you now.
I see it. Oh, hold on.
We'll see. Okay, hopefully the Rockies they could use something. That's a lot of weight, but it's 43 pounds of muscle.
There's more.
Yeah, he's the Hulk.
But I mean, his face doesn't even look the same as it did the year before. He doesn't have that.
He can barely hang his arms down from his side.
Whatever substance that he was allegedly on was clearly helping him stay tiny, but
way too skinny.
He's a massive dude now.
All right.
Well, at least he.
By the way, he was 202 with last year, according to this thing. So
202, no way. That guy looked like he was 152 last year.
Is that his batting average?
Yeah, pretty close. It wasn't. No, you're not far off.
He was on my fantasy team for all of a week.
He hit 118 last year. So don't give him credit where it's not due.
Oh man. Okay.
152 would have been overshooting it for him.
All right. Mark Cuban.
Yeah.
And then we're going to get into all the Padres moves in the next segment. Mark Cuban thinks that fans are okay with tanking. So here's what he said on Twitter. And it's kind of long, so I'm going to try to get
don't
through
read it all. Just because it doesn't make a lot of sense. I read it all.
The
and
NBA
I like Mark Cuban, but I didn't get all this.
Been misguided thinking that fans want to see their teams compete every night with a chance to win. It's never been that way. They are in the business of creating experience for fans, the NBA. Few can remember the score from the last game they saw or went to. They can't remember the dunks or shots. What they remember is who they were there with, their friends, family, a date. That's what makes the experience special. He goes on to say, fans know their team can't win every game. They know only one team can win a ring. What fans care about their team's record? What is he?
Yeah,
What
don't keep
fan
reading
that
this.
care
It's not,
about their team
it's not
record?
going to make sense. It's not going to make sense. I love Mark Cuban. I really do. He's
I
one
read
of my
this before
favorites.
the show too, and I thought I was going to do a better
He's one
job.
of my favorite guys. But he's trying to make the point that we don't care if the teams tank, and I disagree with him 100%. Yeah, he's right. I don't remember the score of the game, but I would remember if my team was just rolling over, out on the floor. And I also remember if I paid good money to see a star player that is taken out of the game in the second half. So those are things I think we would remember. And the NBA, I do think, has to make sure they address
Here's
this.
what he said. Here,
So
basically,
go ahead.
The NBA should worry more about fan experience than tanking.
Well, he's right. The only thing he said that made sense is you had to worry about keeping the prices down because people can't get into the game. But I disagree with him. You can't tell me, well, maybe you can. Rockies fans still go to those games, but I still don't believe it. I still think you want to have a chance to win the games. What do you think, Tony? I mean, tanking?
Yeah, of course. I
Okay.
think it's a fugazi. I think the analytic community has convinced all of these fans, not all of these, but a lot of fans, that tanking, that's fine. We'll just get the picks and then we'll be better. It doesn't. Half of the time, it doesn't. Probably more than half of the time, it doesn't work out that way. Like, just because you get a high pick does not mean your team is going to pick the right guy.
No,
we see it consistently. So, like, don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe that you're going to tank this season and all of a sudden you're going to become great. A lot of teams that are tanking right now have been teams that have been tanking for a very long time.
Same ones.
You notice when the Jazz had a guy like Donovan Mitchell, they weren't tanking. They were going out trying to win games.
Yes, and they got tired of winning, obviously, so they just traded him away.
They weren't winning enough, or they didn't feel like they could keep him, so they traded him away, and they started the process over again, and they've been tanking ever since. And so, it's one thing for like an organization to have a good team and a bunch of guys get injured, and you're like, you know what? All right, fine. We're gonna lose. We're gonna. Our guys are hurt. The guys that we're going to win a championship with or contend with are all hurt. So you end up having a bad record. So be it. That's kind of the price you paid when your guys get hurt is rewarded by you getting a pick. And now those guys are healthy. But for teams that suck and are like already committing when the season ended, before the season began, that they're going to tank, and then they make trades and then they're pulling guys out. That's just like, you deserve all the bad karma that's coming your way.
That can't
and
be
Mark Cuban, I think, it's easy for him to have this stance now because when he was actually competing as an owner, there's no way you would have been able to convince him of that, nor would he have been happy about the teams doing it.
Well,
but
he was honestly trying to claim that the Mavericks, by tanking a little bit at the end of a certain season, they got fined, but that's how they got Luka Doncic. And I'm like, how did you know that you were going to get him? You didn't even draft him.
No, you didn't.
So
you had to trade
don't tell
for him.
me, don't tell me the tanking helped you get him. I just disagree with him. I did want to throw out a couple things before we go to break, because we do have to talk Padres and got to update everybody. Number one, keep this in mind, and we'll talk more about it later. The NBA is starting to very seriously toy with the idea of getting rid of the lottery completely. The lottery is going to go away.
They have made Mr. Silver pretty irritated.
Yeah, the lottery is probably going to go away, and we can discuss why that is. But the main reason for it is because right now with the lottery, 10 teams are tanking, all trying to get a lottery pick, whereas the regular way, only 1 or 2 teams at the bottom. Secondly, article in the Washington Post. No, it couldn't be there because that paper doesn't exist anymore.
The sports section.
Yeah, David Aldridge wrote it. He's a DC writer, ex-NBA guy.
Oh, yeah. He used to be a silent guy.
He wrote that it is high time to just get rid of the draft altogether.
And we saw, that's what we saw the NWSL get rid of their draft. I think there might be some momentum
be the thing, man. All these kids,
how do players get placed then?
They sign wherever they want.
Yeah.
Get done with college or whatever you're done, you go sign wherever you want.
Oh, I don't know if I like
but
that.
The NBA already has a salary cap. You couldn't sign everybody.
True.
You could have to pick and choose who you sign.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's something to think about. I don't think we're there yet, but this could be the future
that would
for
be
the
crazy.
NBA to have no draft at all. Maybe the NFL followed suit someday. Who knows?
All right, before we go to break, I want to give everybody an opportunity to win these tickets. I'm going to give you a question in just a second, but you will have a 4-pack of tickets to a Padres, or you will have a chance to win a 4-pack of tickets to a Padres spring training game at Peoria Sports Complex. I've already read this wrong twice. You will have a 4-pack of tickets to a Padres spring training game at Peoria Sports Complex, and you're qualified for a shot at the grand prize. 4 tickets to Padres Giants at Petco Park on April 1st. Get your spring training tickets now at PeoriaBaseball.com. Question is this, and then the first person to get it right. The question, Chris. Who hit the most spring training home runs last year for the Padres? Who hit the most spring training home runs last year for the Padres?
For the Padres.
Nate Colbert.
Oh, yeah.
Nope,
not him.
Probably not.
Not last year.
Okay. All right. Well, while you work on that, good luck. We'll take a quick one and then check traffic and then update you on all the new Padres. I was going to say comings and goings, but right now it's just comings. Yeah.
Tony, I don't know where Tony went.
Because Tony,
I see the corner of his room.
Oh, well, hopefully he'll be back shortly. Harbaugh.
I'm not sure where he went. I might text him to see if he's okay here in a second.
Hope he didn't. Yeah.
Did you think he fell in the shower?
Well, I hope he didn't meet with foul play.
You think he met with foul play in our commercial break?
I don't know.
I mean, he is in New York City. So.
He's in New York City. It could be, you never know.
All right, we'll just go forward.
We're just going to go forward without Tony. I'm sure he'll rejoin us when he gets a moment.
Everybody stare at that box in the top right corner because it's just the corner of his room.
I'm going to look now. I'm kind of intrigued.
Oh, someone says maybe he's in the bathroom. I don't know.
He's been known to go there, as have all of us, frankly, but him more than most.
Over under, Tony just forgot that he was doing the show.
That's not nice. So maybe that's what they're thinking.
You know what just hit me, Chris?
No.
What if Tony went out to get like ice or something and he forgot his room key?
That is something that he is more than capable of doing.
Because he would never be gone this late. This long with knowing that he was on the show.
No kidding, man. We took a commercial break like 5 minutes ago and he has not returned.
I'm going to text him.
Like, are you out in the hall trying to get into your room right now?
Everything okay?
Oh no.
Question mark.
Scaring me. No. Did you hear back from Tony yet?
No, I'm thinking
something.
I'm thinking he locked himself out. He doesn't have his phone because it's in the room, so he's down at the front desk or something. I
don't know. I'm sure there's a story in here somewhere.
There's definitely got to be a
air.
story. Anyway. I was very concerned about Tony, and I took him off the screen because he's not back. I guarantee you he got locked out of his room.
I don't think you're wrong because that makes sense. But how far away is the lobby? Of course, the New York hotel, it could be one of those ones where you got to wait a while to get up to the...
And he's just sitting in line. I don't know why I find this so funny, but it is.
Well, it's funny if he comes back with a funny story.
Yeah, like I locked myself out.
It's not funny if he fell and hit his head somewhere and we don't know where he is. That's not funny.
Of course, that's not funny.
He's obviously not with his phone because he hasn't gotten back to us.
Has Tony locked himself out before? Not during the show, but I'm sure he has at one point in his life.
Of all people, Tony would certainly seem to be one who would do it.
Oh, August also says, Clinton said, got to use the key card for the elevator too. So maybe he's just stuck.
You can't even get down? No, you don't need the key card to go down.
Okay.
You only need those to go up. You should be able to get down to the lobby to say, hey, I locked myself out. In New York City, but if we do, can you go to the Padre Hotel and knock on Tony's door? We don't know where he is still.
No,
still hasn't come back.
And I turned on
It's been 20 minutes now.
I know. Now I'm starting to get a little worried.
Yeah, where'd he go? What happened?
I don't know. I would call the front desk of the hotel, but I have no idea where they're staying.
I don't know where they're staying either. And you sent him a text and said, is everything all right? We have not heard back from him. He is still not back in his room.
I bet you he is standing in line in the lobby as we speak.
I'm trying to get his key back. Or
someone
key.
said text Jesse or Dave, and
it's really not a bad idea. Maybe at the next break, though.
Yes.
If we get to the next break, we got to text those guys so that they can go make sure he's okay. Because I don't know where he is. It's crazy.
Dave Marcus is probably the one to text.
We'll text Dave.
Because he's, Jesse could be doing anything, but Dave's always there, ready to go.
You're trying to say Dave has a ho-hum life and he'd just be sitting around waiting for a text, whereas Jesse might be busy? Is that what you're...
Dave's been doing this job for like 30 years. I don't think what is the word I'm looking for? Never mind.
All right. Well, there's certainly an explanation, but we don't have it yet.
Text Scan. I don't know Scan well enough to text him.
We're going to text Dave if this gets to the top of the hour, and we still don't have a Tony Gwynn Jr. sighting. All right, do we just go to traffic like it's normal behavior time? I mean, it just seems weird.
We got to move on with the show.
Show must go on?
Yeah.
I don't know. All right, we're going to do the good, the bad, and the really, really weird and ugly next here after traffic. All right, it's with less enthusiasm than usual that we embark on the good, the bad, and the ugly for week 2, Scrape.
I'm going to try not to worry too much.
I'm going to try not to worry also. I'm not necessarily the worrying type.
I'm not either.
But, I'm intrigued now at this point. Like it's with this long pass to Devontae Smith.
He's back!
Helped put him there.
Hold on, he's back, everybody!
Stop everything.
I literally, we went to commercial break, I laid on the bed, and then I just fell asleep.
I never even considered it!
Tony, you care to...
Tony, I don't know where Tony went.
Because Tony...
I see the corner of his room.
Oh, well, hopefully he'll be back shortly. Harbaugh...
I'm not sure where he went. I might text him to see if he's okay here in a second.
Hope he didn't, yeah.
Did you think he fell in the shower or something?
I hope he didn't meet with foul play.
You think he met with foul play in our commercial break?
I don't know.
I mean, he is in New York City. So.
He's in New York City. It could be, you never know.
All right, we'll just go forward.
We're just going to go forward without Tony. I'm sure he'll rejoin us when he gets a moment.
Everybody stare at that box in the top right corner because it's just the corner of his room.
I'm going to look now. I'm kind of intrigued.
Oh, someone says maybe he's in the bathroom. I don't know.
He's been known to go there. As have all of us, frankly, but him more than most.
Over under, Tony just forgot that he was doing the show.
That's not nice. So maybe that's what they're thinking.
You know what just hit me, Chris?
No.
What if Tony went out to get like ice or something and he forgot his room key?
That is something that he is more than capable of doing.
Because he would never be gone this late. This long with knowing that he was on the show.
No kidding, man. We took a commercial break like 5 minutes ago and he has not returned.
I'm going to text him.
Like, are you out in the hall trying to?
I'm watching a great clip right now of Aaron Donald on the Arena Gridiron. It's Gilbert Arenas' football show, and they got Skip on there. And Aaron remembered from like 2020, Skip Bayless saying he was overrated and that he had 0 sacks against his Cowboys. So I guess they played the Cowboys the next 3 years. He had like 5 sacks each in those games. So, and then he let Skip know. But I always enjoy seeing that.
Has there ever been a video released on Twitter or Instagram supporting Skip Bayless in any way? Like somebody who just says, I love Skip. He's great. He's funny.
Here's the actual.
He's interesting.
Here's the actual sound effect.
Yeah. No, that's true. I mean, I'm just saying, you would think that the guy would be liked by at least like 3 people somewhere, but nobody likes this guy. It's like universal.
I think he likes it that way. The more I've watched Skip, I think he would rather have it no other way.
Okay.
Because
I don't know how you live
like we are right now.
Well,
I don't either.
I think you also start losing credibility when you're just saying everything just to piss everybody off. Because it's no longer believable that you really even think that way. You're just saying it for the hell of it.
Yeah.
So that's where he loses the credibility for me. Anyway,
maybe that's what we did wrong, Chris. Is we actually wanted to talk about true things instead of just making things up.
Yeah, don't say the truth.
You guys got it all wrong, apparently.
Yeah, I don't know. Scraby and I have a big following.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Scraby and I have a big
The
phone.
Scravenators and the Elonators are out there too.
Yeah.
Where did we say we were going to get reminded?
Well, we're going to remind everybody that the Padres have added like the whole.
Yes.
We didn't talk about much is Ty France. We talked about Castellanos. If you want to hear everything we said about him, was in the first segment or two of the show. I'm still have my concerns.
You've definitely cooled off since the text you sent us over the weekend.
It wasn't that hot of a text.
Was it a hot text, Tony? Because I felt the fire.
I don't think it was hot. It was. I thought it was. I thought it was on brand for Chris in this particular case.
I said I liked Canning, and I'm concerned about Castellanos, and I said his numbers have gone down 3 straight years, and he's now coming to Petco Park. Then I said, I hope I'm wrong. I usually am. That is not.
I'm not
hot.
saying that you were coming in like you were being egregious. I was just saying
that's how it sounds when you say hot, though.
Okay,
so
all right. Let me walk that back. As Chris said in his text, he's going to moonwalk back.
I moonwalked something back this week. I forgot what that was.
I think you moonwalked the Castellanos back.
No,
it was Castellanos.
No, I moonwalked Manny.
Oh yes,
because I said Manny came in too hot with his comments about how absolutely I love the bleep. He threw a lot of bleeps in.
Y'all couldn't say nothing about that one.
He got a lot of bleeps about how he loved the fact that the Dodgers are spending all the money, and I said I think it comes, I don't know if it represents what everybody thinks, and then I walked it back and I said
Why
I
did
think
you walk
that
it back?
Because I don't think he was really referring to the rank and file. I think he was just talking about baseball in general, that the more money they spend, the better it is for the game. So I didn't think he was taking a shot at the rank and file players. Will always say, though, that even though I think the players don't make too much money, anytime you talk about all this, there's going to be certain fans. There's going to be certain fans who say, certain fans are going to say, we don't want to hear about your problems. And that's just the way it's going to go.
I'm glad you brought that up because it's a really fantastic point. And in some ways, as much as, Manny was really championing teams spending more money, ultimately, right? Optics matter, and they only matter for a little bit. And hear me out. I think the optics of it looks bad from a fan standpoint. I could see how that would look. It would actually play into the owner's hands, right? Because here's the deal: they don't ever go to, because every team has a representative, and not every team, but I know the Padres, they have like big dogs who are on the executive boards for you. You could always go to those guys and stick a mic in their face and ask them, about these situations, but they're not. They're always going to go to the big name guys, a la Manny, a la Bryce. And, I think those guys did what they thought was the right way to go about it in terms of champion and teams spending more money in general. But that probably isn't what one of the board guys how they would have answered it, because you don't want to give the optics to the owners in this particular fight that's about to happen. But I will say this: it never fails, with the exception of 94, as long as I've been alive. 94, obviously, the players went on strike. So they are the cause of there being no baseball. But in every other situation, since I've been around, when the lockout actually happens, it's usually the owners are the ones that are feeling the heat when it's all said and done. And so the optics of it, I hear what you're saying, Chris. I didn't know that's what you were saying when you said you're going to moonwalk it back. But as you explained it, it makes perfect sense to me why, even though, like I said, Manny was doing his best to champion that, it could come on, it could rub a fan the wrong way. Yeah. I could see that.
Well, fans get mad if this too, because I've been on these flights. I've been on the bus trips. You have. You come in 2 hours late, your hotel room's not ready, whatever it might be. You don't get any sleep. It's all true, and it's all inconvenient. But because baseball players make so much money, fans don't want to hear it. They just don't. It's never going to come off sounding good, even if you're 100% right to complain about it. So, one of those things.
It is for sure.
One last thing. Tony you saw everybody pitch today, and everybody looked good. Canning, Marquez.
Well, I didn't see everybody
Canning.
pitch, but I saw Sear. I saw
Bueller. You met Bueller. You saw Marquez.
McKenzie. I saw Marquez throw a pin. I saw the other two guys face. I saw Vasquez face hitters. I saw Sears face hitters, and I saw McKenzie face hitters. All three of them look phenomenal. And there was another reliever. I can't remember his name, but he's a dude that everybody's like, watch out for this cat. Another reliever, by the way.
Good.
So
thank God we don't have any of those.
There's even more in the stable. He looked phenomenal as well. I remember his
Padres
name
almost
tomorrow
signed so many starting pitchers that they could honestly give Musgrove, Pivetta, and King the first couple of months off. I don't think they're going to do that, but
yeah. Well, we'll see.
They got 8 guys for 2 spots.
As I was saying, though, we have 8 guys for 2 spots right now. It never fails. Very rarely does it happen where you get through all of spring training, no injuries, no anything. They start kind of ironing themselves out as spring training goes along, because inevitably somebody's down. Somebody's going to miss a start. Then maybe that spirals into it happens like this every year. So you start with 8. We'll see how many you end with.
Don't disagree with that.
All right, well, let's get the break.
Oh, my goodness. The Winter Olympics are still going on, I hear.
Winter Olympics in full effect from Scraby. Plus, I'll have that reliever's name for you on the other side. More Gwynn and Chris.
All right, 5:35 is the time. Happy hour. Been a happy day, I think, for the most part, hasn't it, guys? Happy hour is brought to you by GL Pools, the company trusted by thousands of San Diegans to keep their pools sparkling, swim ready, expertly maintained. They don't like when I say expertly.
I don't like it either.
I said they don't. I said I put you both in there.
Expertly.
Yes.
Expertly.
Call GL Pools now and say radio for a free month of service. Biggest fan, Scrape?
Yeah.
How about me remembering everything for a change? Doesn't happen often.
I literally just told you about 15 seconds ago.
I didn't hear you. Congratulations to today's biggest fan, Julian Dorado. Is that right?
Yes, that's correct.
God, half the time you give me the wrong name.
I don't know about half the time.
Julian Dorado of San Diego, Dorado. Julian, give us a call within the next 10 minutes, 833-288-0973. You'll qualify for the grand prize, 20 tickets for you and your friends for a night in the Odyssey Suite at a Padre game with all the fan staff later this season, catered by Spiro's Mediterranean Cuisine. Remember, the rest of you, still time to register your name at 973thefantasy.com/biggest fan, Julian Dorado. I got a quick question for Tony, and then we're going to get to your Winter Olympic update. Tony, the guy from Kansas State got fired this weekend for blasting his team, basically. I think most people think that by trying to call this cause is going to be troublesome for K-State, but we'll see how that all turns out. The University of Texas women's coach blasted his players, said they were they'll had the no heart, probably the softest team I've ever had. Tennessee coach said, my team will just quit on you. Tennessee played Texas. Texas won, so everybody says, oh, they responded. Tennessee lost, so they didn't respond. Never mind that. My question to you, what are you thinking about all these coaches just trashing their teams all of a sudden?
I don't know that. I don't know if it's something that's happening often, then that's one thing. But sometimes your team responds well to being called out publicly in some cases. This is an old practice that's being brought back to the forefront. I mean,
a little bit, yeah.
I think we kind of moved away from it in, the little bit of last 6-7 years maybe. Got people kind of fretted when guys would air guys maybe personally out, but as a team, I don't have as much of a problem with this. What was it? Was it Patino last year with St. John's? Called his team out at halftime, and they got after it. I think that one came out publicly because he told us about it, because that would happen at halftime. But I don't mind it occasionally. I think I saw Dawn Staley actually comment on. She was asked about the Tennessee coach calling her team out, and now this is a world champion head coach, and she said, I wouldn't have done it that way. I wouldn't have done it publicly. And, so I think. So
I agree with that. I do. I think you got to call your team out, but I think when you throw them out there, it's just laying it all bare sometimes. And I think when you're Texas and your record's 24-2, and you're going to tell everybody that you got the softest team you've ever had?
Does it change
Were
it at all?
Were they soft in the other 26 games? Come on.
Does it change it at all? These players are paid now? They're professional athletes?
That's another good question. Because here's the other thing I would say. I would say that it's not a one size fits all. I think there are, if you know your team, you got, especially 26 games deep, what is going to move your team, what's going to get them to bounce back. Maybe that's not the best way to go about it, but again, I think it's not a one size fits all type.
The Texas coach is named Vic Schaefer. He was asked about it after they won the next game, and he was still defending it a little bit. And the thing he was saying was, we are under such pressure to win now, and if I don't win, I'm fired. Like, I'm at Texas. We don't just have to play decent. We have to be great. And if we're not, I need to say so. So some of these guys are blaming the whole system for the way they're coaching a little bit, and I can see that, but maybe the system is cockeyed.
Do you think it's not fair?
I don't know.
Think it's not fair? Because there's no doubt we talk about that just as much as we talk about kids bouncing. Is that the span that you have to prove that you can coach is as short of a leash as it's ever been. I mean, literally, in some cases, you get 1 year. Just prove that you can turn the program around or get it to where it's going. Because if you don't, we'll find someone else. It may not even be the right answer, but we'll get somebody else in here to try it.
All stuff, good food for thought, I say. Traffic, and then Scrabia with a little Winter Olympic update, including the quad god is mad.
From the 855 Kent Ross Traffic Center. Injured? Demand justice. Demand Jurowitz. 855GetRoss.com. Here's Kelly Danick.
Well, aren't you glad the rain is going to wait till this evening before it hits the county? Yeah, good thing, because we got enough problems. Southbound 15 has been hit with an accident right at the eastbound 8 connector ramp. Couple vehicles involved in this one. Also, southbound 805 accident right before University. Looks like that may be in the clearing stage. And southbound 5 accident past Mile of Cars Way. 3 vehicles involved. That is over the right shoulder. Another accident reported south 5 right past H Street. That's over to the right shoulder. Also collision on northbound 805 before Imperial. Looks like a couple vehicles involved in this one. They're in the 2 left lanes. Reports of a possible brush or encampment fire northbound 15 before the 805. And fire crews helping to do some cleanup around an earlier car fire eastbound 8 at Lake Murray. I'm Kelly Danick with Gwynn Chris, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
All right. We have about, one more week of the Olympics?
Seems like it.
Yeah. Does anybody watch the closing ceremonies?
No.
I
couldn't
don't
tell you
even
what a
watch
closing
it.
ceremony looked like.
Me neither. Is it everybody just super tired and just like everybody's already gone home to all the athletes that aren't there anymore? No one cares about the closing ceremonies. But
that's a fair point. That's a good question, actually. Because the opening ceremonies, again, it's like a flight.
Yeah.
You're excited to go somewhere. You're not so excited at the end to come home.
That is very true.
Yeah.
All the closing ceremonies. Where's my shout out? It's the closing ceremonies. Well, the U.S., here's the medal table as Olympics.com puts it. Norway is leading the way right now with 31 total medals, 14 gold, 8 silver, 9 bronze.
I wonder how many Summer Olympic medals Norway normally wins. Like
Norway's
2?
decent in certain...
In what?
I mean, they're definitely better at the Winter Olympics.
Yeah.
But I roomed with Norwegian guys, and they were good runners.
Okay.
You roomed with Norwegian guys, huh?
Yeah,
Which
at
school was
USF.
this?
At USF.
Oh, okay.
I roomed with them. His name was Stud. I love Stud. He was great.
Get out of here.
His
name was Stud.
His name was Stud. That was his name from Norway. And his girlfriend, Hetty, was very attractive for
Hetty
a
and
Norwegian
Stud.
girl. Yes. Anyway,
I
let's
believe
move
you.
past
I
this.
believe you on this.
I do
Just
believe.
Well, they were Norweenies, so
No.
they weren't Norweenies.
I would never call Stud a Norweenie to his face. He would.
No.
He deserves a little bit more than that, Chris.
I'm looking down the list here, and I'm
Italy is number 2, 24 medals, 9 gold, 4 silver, 11 bronze. The United States of America, they have 21 medals and 6 gold, 10 silver, 5 bronze. They're
Norway
number
won
3.
just for the last Olympics. Norway won 8 Olympics at the Summer Games. Or get 8 medals.
Medals?
Yeah.
Oh, so
Total.
that's a big difference.
It's a big difference.
31 to 8
Yeah.
right now.
All right, go ahead.
Here is the biggest story in the Olympics. It's not
You
crotch
said this
game.
last week too.
It's not crotch game.
This is big, Tony. I
It's
don't get it.
curling game.
Come on,
Oh,
people. They're
yeah.
cheating at curling, and they are cheating. They're catching them red-handed on it.
And
Canadians.
Team Canada, they're
Both
not
the men and the women.
They're both cheating.
And they're both just like yelling obscenities at anybody who says
Yes.
they're cheating.
So here's the thing. I've learned a little bit about this whole
everybody
controversy.
says Canadians are the nicest people
Yeah.
ever. I'm very
Apparently
surprised about the cursing part.
I agreed, and the Canadian people are upset at their own athletes.
Well,
Yeah.
did you guys
That
know
sounds like it.
that curling is like a gentleman's sport?
Yes.
You rule yourself.
You know how I found that out is last night watching the USA women face off against Italy. There was a situation where they were scrubbing, and the stick kind of
That's
got.
what they yell.
I didn't know if I was telling his story or not.
No.
That makes me want to go da 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 da.
Anyway, sorry, Tony.
But they're scrubbing, and the stick kind of got stuck and ended up hitting the what do you call that circular? It's not
it's the house.
What do they call it?
No,
It ends up hitting
you mean a stone or the house?
the stone. Ends up hitting the
hit
stone.
Yeah.
While it was moving. So they had
that's
to like
illegal.
talk it out.
Can't do
Yeah,
that.
they had to talk it out. The USA woman tried to kind of leave it in the Italian sense, like you guys go ahead and decide what happens. He was like, no, we need to decide together how this happens. They worked it out, figured out where the stone would have gone had it not hit the
crazy.
Now, this is a big deal.
Yeah.
I mean, curling is getting so much attention for this, but
they were like talking it out the whole time.
Isn't it kind of sad that people are saying now curling has arrived now because there's cheating? Like you need to cheat to be on the scene.
Curling has been
something wrong
so.
with
Here's
that.
the thing: once you cross this line, you have to let go of the stone, and you're not allowed to touch the stone
No,
again.
you can only hold it with the handle. You
and the
push it with
handle. You're not allowed to touch the granite.
No, the guy was pushing it and then sliding.
Will you let me tell the story?
All right. I'm sorry. I didn't know you were telling it.
You're not allowed to touch the stone once you hit a certain line. And so you can't even touch the granite of the stone. You can only touch the handle. But what they were doing was they were pushing the stone away, and then they were quickly taking their finger and giving a little bit more momentum on the granite. Now, Sweden was so upset with this, they set up their own video cameras to catch the Canadians cheating. And when they approached the Canadians about this, the Canadian guy said, "You bleep off."
A few times.
A few times.
I know.
Which,
and
this
then
is
the women
crazy.
were caught the very next day, and the women said, "You're only catching us because of what the men did, so you're trying to project it on us." Like,
but then they got caught cheating.
Can't you just curl?
Yeah.
I mean, typically what do you say when somebody's the reaction to you, the accusation kind of could be an insight to what really happened? I mean, that seems like a bit of an extreme reaction from my man.
I do protest too much, as the old
Here's his quote. "I've curled my whole life, never once with the intention of getting an advantage through cheating. So when my integrity gets attacked, I get my back up and I get a little bit aggressive.
Yeah,
I couldn't have handled it better, or I could have handled it better. No question."
I also could have not cheated because they have me on video cheating. There's no way he's getting around that.
Yeah, it's called the hog. You're not allowed to pass the hog and touch the stone after the hog.
You can't use your finger to guide it or spin it at the end. That's cheating.
No,
cheating.
Only the handle. Did you know that these things also, the handles have like sensors in them? They have no referees and they don't have video replay. Curling's going to need to get a referee in here. I mean, you can't be leaving it up to these guys to decide who's going to get the gold medal.
Pretty soon you're going to have some brawls in curling, just like you had in hockey.
Hey,
although the guy from France got kicked out of the Olympics for fighting the American in hockey. Did you hear that one?
I did not.
Yeah, they weren't happy with that.
So the quad god, he actually, as Chris rudely told everyone on Friday, my mother was very upset with Chris on this.
This is like the most ironic story ever because I always try to avoid hearing the result.
Yes.
And then this time I was the one who gave the early result. And now everyone's mad at me.
Over the weekend, my mom,
get it because I would probably be mad too. But
she said, "I was looking forward to watching the quad god skate tonight. And now I don't have to because Chris told me."
I probably saved you the agony of watching him crash 4 times or whatever happened to him.
I think it was twice.
Yeah.
But anyway, he fell. He came in 8th, and he spoke out after this whole thing. He said that he blew it, and he was taking this really hard. And people are now writing him death threats. He called them vile online hatred. His happiest memories can end up being tainted by the noise. Now, he's kind of turned the corner on this. He's going to be skating again, he says, at the end of the Olympics. But this treatment from him has opened his eyes to how ugly things get when you don't come through.
He was living, correct me if I'm wrong, Tony, feels like the quad god was living in a dream world there with how well he was playing and how everything was, or not playing, skating, how well he was skating and how he had become kind of the apple of everybody's eye. But now you make that one step back into reality, and now you find out reality ain't all it's cracked up to be. I mean, for people to be ripping the hell out of this guy because he didn't, win the gold medal. People, please.
Sad.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah,
I sent
sad.
that message.
I think this
Did you
A
send
has
one
to
I did not send him a message.
A, this has to do with betting. But B, this also has to do with how we've always been. We love to build people up to see them come a crashing down, only to see them build themselves back up to regular status. That's what we like. That's like our favorite thing.
It's one of our pastimes for sure.
He said in his Instagram post, on the world's biggest stage, those who appear the strongest may still be fighting invisible battles on the inside. Even your happiest memories can end up tainted by the noise. Vile online hatred attacks the mind, and fear lures it into darkness. No matter how hard you try to stay sane through the endless, insurmountable pressure, it all builds up as these moments flash before your eyes, resulting in an inevitable crash. This is that version of the story. Did he write that?
It sounds pretty intense.
Was that Edgar Allan Poe or was that the Quad God?
May have been borrowed.
Don't be mad because you can't write like that, Scraby.
I mean, so he's got to be a great figure skater and a great writer?
Yeah,
Some
man,
people
that's how
have
it
it
goes.
all.
Yeah, no, he doesn't have it all. He choked on the biggest stage, and he admitted it.
True, Chris. He did.
True that.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Nick Castellanos had a nice little comment the other day in his article. Every Sunday, I like to read it in the paper, and he said, "You know what? Say what you want, but." He didn't call him Quad God. He said his name, and I always forget it.
I think it's Ilya
But he said, "Say what you want." Quad God, Lindsey Vonn, and
Michaela Schifrin.
It wasn't Schifrin. It was Chloe Kim.
Oh,
he said all three of them dared to be great.
Yeah,
there's nothing wrong with that, and I just like the way he said it. They all went for it.
Wait, who is this again saying this?
Nick Castellanos.
Oh, Nick Castellanos. Okay.
I just liked how he put that. You know what? We don't give credit enough for people pulling it out all on the line. And you know what? All three of them didn't win or, come through, but they gave it a shot. And there's something to be said for that.
He still got, according to the chat, he still got a gold medal for US, which he did. It was the team skate.
He did get that.
Real quick, Norway has had some weird stuff happen to their teams. Like we had the guy last week who admitted that he cheated on his girlfriend, and then the girlfriend came out and said, "This is not the way to get me back."
TMZ even did a poll on that yesterday.
TMZ needs to calm down.
I love TMZ. Don't you dare.
I don't know. I feel like, never mind. That's an off-air conversation. So a skier fell during a storm over the weekend, and they were, out of the competition. And they were so mad they just took off their skis and started walking into the forest. They didn't even make their way down. They just walked into the forest.
Listen,
are they still
there?
there?
If you train for
go ahead.
If you train for 3 years to get into this thing and you crash, I could see you being emotional enough to be like, you know what, I'm done. I'm
Chris,
walking off this bad boy.
Here's a picture of him walking off to the trees.
That is kind of a lonely photo.
Now, I will say that his grandfather died. He said he was racing with a heavy heart, but at the same time, Norway's had some weird stuff happen, but he was not happy.
Real quick, Chris, I see the card you sent. It does look like I'm hitting
Baseball
my hand,
card.
but I was honestly just like standing there, and
they just took the picture.
Yeah,
it looks like you're a right-handed
He's like,
hitter.
put the bat on your right shoulder. So I put it on the right shoulder, and he took a picture.
Yeah, there you are. He looks right.
He did not care about you batting left-handed.
I don't know that that's as good as the Bill Ripken mistake card of many years ago. Does anybody remember this? If you're a card collector, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you're not a card collector, sorry, I can't tell you what it said on the knob of his bat.
Oh, I'm gonna go look.
Did you ever see this one, Tony? Did you ever see it? Bill Ripken baseball card. You'll see it and you'll know exactly why.
1989.
Yeah.
Oh, they have it blocked out.
Oh, they have it blocked out. It's so bad. Yeah. Some of they have blocked out. Somewhere you can probably see it. That was a real card that came out. It's now worth
that is great.
Quite a bit of money.
that is great.
All right.
All right.
That's it. Scraby's coming up. Chronicles, we're back tomorrow. Tony from Peoria. Scraby and I from here. Enjoy your Tuesday night. Go Aztecs.